Replaying your words there in my head. When you're not here, I'm stuck in bed. I'm starting to break. I'm starting to break. I'm starting to break down. Watch all of the bullets fall to the ground. You took a shot and I'm yours now. But I'm starting to break. I'm starting to break down. Break down. Break down. Break down. Could be the one now.
Alrighty, folks, what is going on? And welcome here to a brand new show match, number 12 of this amazing series created over here at Rematch HQ of Europe. My boy Aziz cooking me up with a great concept here tonight. But a lot of times in the past, I think I've been here just by myself, kind of just going on these rants, just blabbing about, you know, whatever's going on in the night. But I thought this was such an important one that I had to bring someone alongside of me for this one tonight. And you guys can see it over to my right side, a feisty taquito up in the booth with me. What's going on, dog?
What's up, everybody? How we doing, man? And it's funny too because obviously this is Rematch HQ for a lot of you guys who are normally here. Unfortunately, 2 Americans got to help y'all out. I don't really know what's going on with that, but I guess we're kind of jumping over the pond a little bit to hang out with the EU players, even though unfortunately we spend most of our time in the what might be considered the lesser region to some of you guys.
Yeah, I think it's always been a really, really interesting debate. I think that really, you know that more than me, you and Taquito. It's every esport when there's different regions involved. You always talk about NA versus EU. I know you were talking to me about some Rocket League that was going on actually just earlier today.
Dude,
but
don't get me started. Don't get me started. We're here for a rematch. We're not gonna get started on how upset I am about the North American Rocket League players.
Oh man, we're just not even go down that rabbit hole. But you're right, we got to focus on the rematch here. That's what everyone is gathered here to watch, and I certainly am so excited to see this one because again, I mentioned that this is a really, really interesting concept that we are seeing here today. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a show match a couple of weeks ago where it was battles basically within the own organization. It would be Overdose NA versus Overdose EU and so on with some of those organizations. And this time around, it's the opposite. We're having matchups between organizations with just a complex of the players from different regions. And namely, we have obviously kind of a 3-2 split, I believe is the official rule for these games, meaning that in every game that is played, a team, let's say Overdose, for example, will be comprised of 3 NA players and 2 EU players, and then vice versa. So a really, really fun concept. And I was speaking of Overdose because that's actually our first matchup here on this one. Again, it is actually because we had one team drop out. We only have these 3 teams. The format is now going to be 6 different matches, all of them 10 minutes long, of all these 3 teams going up against each other twice, one of them in the EU region, one of them in the NA region for server ping differences, and then obviously the 2 best performing teams will meet up in a final. So really, really fun, really excited to see how this one goes down. Taquito, and again, I mean, we know a lot of these NA players, we know a lot of the EU players, but we haven't really ever seen them kind of play together before, and so I think a lot of fun is going to be had here tonight.
It's just a kind of clashing of the styles, really. But I mean, obviously, don't get to see him play enough. But in the lobby we see waiting right now, Zosi is in the lobby, so this is gonna be nice for me personally. I actually love watching Zosi play, and so Overdose is gonna be fun. We got a couple other people waiting in the lobby here as well. Let's see. Okay, Minwoo's popped in. All right, so Kin is making their way in as well. So that obviously kind of gives away the first match. It's Overdose versus Kin, and it's again like I don't get to see the EU players enough, but I do recognize a lot of the names on the pitch when they are finally here. So it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. The difference in how they run the scheme on the pitch is what's gonna be nice to see.
Yeah, I completely agree. And now I'm seeing some of the more of the players load on into the lobby. This is going to be incredibly interesting. Again, like I know, again, even though I've been doing EU for a long time, I mean, naturally, again, just on the NA side, we are more akin to the NA players. Just, we see them, I guess, more often is the best way to put it. And I'm very interested, though, to see how this one does turn out. The first thing I'm noticing right now, Taquito, is that, again, these teams, they do have the liberty to swap players in between these matches. And so in my head, I thought logically, okay, well, if we're on the EU region for this first game, then we're probably going to be seeing 3 players from the EU side and then 2 from the NA side make up a team. But it looks like Kin, in their opening matchup, they're going to be having 3 NA playing on the EU server, and it's a very interesting 3 as well, to say the absolute least. Again, Minwoo, he's always there. Andy, who was just brought back into this Kin team. I didn't even know if that's even an official signing, but he is certainly at least here tonight. And Pudiro, who's going to be playing GK, Taquito, on a different region. So 100+ ping for the GK, and certainly going to be against some tough guys that we're seeing right now on the other side.
Yeah, dude, you got Growl and Zosi playing as your striking duo. That is terrifying, bro. Like, for a lot of you guys, if any of the EU people here are familiar with Overdose NA, I mean, Growl Kistiff is the duo. Like, those are the guys. But you just swapped Kistiff for Zosi, and it's I don't know what's worse. It's a pick your poison, but it's a poison either way. It's a difference between Wolfsbane and Nightshade. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, it's definitely pretty dangerous. The one thing I think Overdose, I think just naturally when you look at these 3 orgs and what the teams that they're bringing in, I think they're certainly going to be the favorite. I think a lot of people are going to cast their votes for Overdose, obviously, to do the damage because, I mean, let's just be honest. I don't know if you saw the announcement the other day, but the Overdose organization, they actually completed the three-peat, if you will, in MRC this season because we saw, obviously, EU, the first team to win it. And it was Overdose again in a dominant fashion. NA, they won it as well in that final day. But then it was the South American team out of nowhere that also ends up winning their MRC season. So the Overdose organization just top of the entire planet right now when it comes to competitive rematch. And again, we're seeing some of these players right now. And as you mentioned, again, Grau, just an absolutely ridiculous cam. Zosi, who is regarded as one of the most pure and best strikers in this game, period, regardless of region. And he's actually been playing over at the MRL this season. He's the first and only player this season of the EU region to be playing, obviously, all these games on NA. So I think he actually has maybe a little bit of an upper hand maybe over his EU counterparts in the fact that he's been playing a lot more of these NA kind of ping or NA tournaments recently than the rest have. So, I mean, he is certainly just accustomed to what he's going to be experiencing here tonight. It doesn't really matter where you are. I think he could probably even be on Oceanic servers and he might be just as nearly as deadly. So Zosi, just an all-around amazing player. And then what I will say, like right now, because we are still waiting on 2 people to load into the lobby, this, for me and Taquito, is such an incredible moment right here because we see Sir Grizzles right now in the lobby on the side of Overdose. If people have not been following the NA region, I know there's the HQ for NA and some people don't really tune in. It hasn't actually even been announced, I think, but Sir Grizzles, and a player that we have such a high respect for the longest of time, such a great fan. I've even casted a couple of games with Sir Grizzles before, and he's just such an amazing player. Certainly, I feel like underrated for the longest time, but I think he's finally getting a lot of credit here, Taquito, and he's going to be playing with Overdose for the first time as a CDM as well, which is a bit of a new position for him. And then go ahead. I know you're freaking out. Go ahead and talk to me.
Bro, hold it. Let's go, dude. What? This is going to be so much fun. Yo, I'm so happy right now. I am so excited to see these guys play together. Wow, wow, wow. This one, oh man. I wasn't expecting to see him hit the pitch for Overdose. I'm not even going to lie. I was not expecting it, but now this makes it even more exciting for me on the Overdose side.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's, again, you don't really know who's going to show up on the pitch. And how about game one? We got Hullet, although he likes for me to say Gullet, I guess. Even I don't know why, but
fair enough. We'll say Gullet.
Yeah, I guess we'll just say Gullet just for the, I don't know, NA jokes or whatever. But what an unbelievable player. Again, way back in the day, I remember him casting him as a defensive anchor, and he was just blocking everything. Yep. And then he kind of just gave up the limelight as a player and kind of transitioned into a coaching role for the longest time. And how about him finally stepping back onto the pitch here, Taquito? But we do finally see the 5 versus 5 as the final cards. We will just read out the lineups very quickly for you guys here before we get loaded on in, as it'll be, again, Zosi, Grau, and Sir Grizzles as your front 3. That is absolutely diabolical. And then you have Kawaza and Hullet as well. So Kawaza is going to be holding it down in GK, and then Hullet, of course, you'd have to imagine as their anchor here tonight. And then on the other side, again, with Kin, the 3 NA representatives of Minwoo, Andy, and Pudiro. And then they have King and Naizen as well on the EU side. But it looks like we're ready to go, folks. Taquito, we're not doing any predictions. We're here to just vibe out. So I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just literally here just to have such an experience with you.
It's going to be fun, man. Like, always playing NA versus EU and anything is very interesting, but not a lot of the time you don't get teams colliding together to form a team. You just get them playing one another on their own respective servers just to kind of have that home field advantage. But being a melting pot of teams playing on the pitch today, this one's going to be a lot more interesting, especially considering we have... It's interesting to look at the fact that, like, your team is comprised of some people that, like, they need to be in a specific position to have that ping advantage, and others, like you said, with Zosi playing on the NA servers and in NA tournaments, maybe he does have a little bit of a leg up against some of these other guys, but at the same time, you're still dealing with like 100 plus ping. You still have to worry about it all. Pudiro getting tested pretty early on here by Overdose.
He certainly is, and mind me, guys, right now, this game, you know, even though some team is at home and the other one's away, sometimes they like to flip it on the scoreboard. So I took the time. Thankfully, nothing happened in those 40 seconds, so I was able to swip the scoreboard back on over. So that that was just going to bother me, especially because, you know, we don't have an easy way to do it. It's just a bunch of text boxes right now. Zosi, bottom right corner. Good save there once again by Pudiro. But certainly what a hard test this is going to be for Pudiro. Again, NA keeper. I'm not even too sure about his status as at Kin as a whole moving forward, but how about the team in question scoring the opening goal just a minute into the game?
King's got to make a statement early on. And I mean, obviously too, guys, I'm not familiar with what was coined by Pell as the Aziz Classic. So we got a 10-minute match here. We're gonna be here for a little while, but it's more of just like hanging out with you guys, getting some good. I was gonna say Rocket League. Listen to me, rematch. I got it on the brain, man. I can't get it off the brain. I'm still upset about it. But getting some good rematch here. It's a different format than I'm expecting, but also like there's what was it, a 6-goal mercy rule?
Yeah, I guess just they extended it because we have an additional 4 minutes of time.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, too. Like, you get a little bit of a breath period. King goes for another, and Kawaza gets the hands on that one.
Yeah, great save there by Kawaza. Again, it's going to be very interesting. We're going to be swapping back and forth between NA and EU servers. So, obviously, as an NA guy myself, you'll probably be seeing a little bit of a slight little ping difference there on some of the shots or interceptions that are on the field right now. But, again, a strong start. Really, both teams getting some good shots on target, having to make the keepers move. It will be Zosi right side playing it in here for Grau. And it does get blocked down low there by Minwoo. Great work defensively by the captain.
Yeah, and Grau taking the shot there from Zosi. I'm not to say that I'm not interested in seeing something like that, but I like the step up from Grau, obviously being in a better position than Zosi was, being on that right-hand wing. Again, we talked about it privately. What was it, yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And that's something that I think is something we will see in a show match like this. We will see a little bit of atypical passes and maybe some atypical people out of position taking shots.
Yeah, and it's just what it is at the end of the day, you know, especially not even just because it's a show match, but the concept itself. You know, these are guys that even though they're in the same org, you have to imagine they don't often play the game together again with just such different regions and different pings in store. And so it'll be very interesting to kind of see how these players mesh for the first time. And then even again with Sir Grizzles, who is even on an NA side, this is kind of his first true experience playing with some of the guys with his brand new team on the NA side in Overdose. So very, very just interesting to see how it has gone so far. 3 minutes deep. Just the 1-goal lead right now for Kin. And it will be Grizzles. Extra effort gets it around 1, but Minwoo, good stab at it, takes it away now looking for a counterattack.
And King being the one to score first, running up that left wing is going to be pretty important here. Pass to Minwoo. But Kawaza awake at the goal line. Will be able to save that one away. Zosi receives far up the pitch. Nizen tries. Isn't able to secure the possession. Pass back. There's a shot, and Grau will find purchase. We got a tie ball game.
Yeah, looking for Grau once again it goes. We said it was kind of the reverse of what maybe we were expecting, but again, just that fluid play right there, and even 2 defenders like kind of just basically sandwiching Grau in there, and even one in front to try to get a block. All 3 of them unsuccessful, including a GK as well. Just a great pass on in by Zosi, showing his versatility as he's not just a pure striker at the end of the day. And Grau, again, one of the great scoring cams as well in this game, has leveled it up at 1 goal apiece. Now Andy will take it over the top, hits it for King, trying to take this one now down low, shows a couple of dribbles. Now Nizen getting to business, cuts on through to the box, plays it on the ground, looking through a 6 pass, and it does get blocked away there. 3 box there for Overdose, and it is Grau playing it on back for the keeper, Kawaza.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty happy to see Grau get that stab in there. You could obviously tell, kind of by the way the model of his character was moving, he was a little behind the pace on that one, was still able to find it. Now they get a chance on the opposite side. Grizzles has Grau right wing, but goes for Zosi through complete traffic, who finds the bottom right corner. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
come on. That's unfair right here. Grizzles, great ball on through, but Zosi just showing his placement. I mean, that's just what it is. Because I've been playing the game, I don't know how much people know. I've really realized how good the shot placement has become for so many of these strikers in the game. Not even at the highest level, but Zosi right there, just that noticing of the keeper slightly off-centered to that near post says, well, I can just bag it home bottom right far corner. He won't be able to get it in time. It's truly, truly remarkable. And so Overdose, they do take the lead after a quick 1-goal deficit here in this 10-minute match. So now Kin, for the first time in this game, will be looking for an equalizer opportunity. It will be Andy now on that right sideline, wiggling his way around Zosi, trying to find the space, finds his up all the way into the corner, up against the wall, and now Zosi showing off his defensive chops there.
Don't let what Pell said distract you from the fact that striker is still the laziest position in the game. Anyways. Kidding. I'm kidding. Can't say that with people like Zosi, you know what I mean? I can't say that. That's just factually incorrect. King though, trying to test the metal of the defense, finds Andy, but Kawaza able to at least receive that one well. Grau, nice catch. Zosi on the right side. We may see a nice cross here. There it is, top of the box. Oh, bottom corner off the post. Pudiro finds the ball.
Yeah, they just try to get into that one-on-one perfect counterattack where
No
Overdose
way.
loves to thrive
No
in.
way.
Although Pudiro does get jammed right there by Zosi on the run, and now Grau trying to take it himself. Blocked by Minwoo. A second opportunity. Grau right side, and it's good to go. 3 unanswered here for Overdose, and they're starting to take some real control.
All right. Listen. You got to feel for Minwoo and Pudiro in that moment. Pudiro was a little caught out. We thought Grau might have had a chance. He gets back to the ball, but then isn't able to actually put the gloves on the ball. Doesn't get the possession, and you kind of hate to see it. They were caught out of sorts, and as a team, you got to capitalize in that moment. You got to take your opportunity to make sure you score a goal. Why did the map change? What rematch? What are we doing?
I'm not too sure what you're referring to. I'm still on the Winter Wonderland. Was it something else beforehand?
For me, it was the iceberg map.
I mean, I guess you're right in saying why would it change if a team that was already in the lead is still also in the lead? I don't really know, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
we're just getting some weird treatment because we're, again, kind of across the pond region right now. Zosi, they're left alone on a counterattack. Take it off the post. A rare one there for Zosi on the ground. Didn't put anything on it, just try to line it up. And it does go straight off the woodwork. Now Andy looking for Naizen, sails right over his head. King now against Gullet here in a one-on-one entering the corner, to which King does evade Gullet on the ground and now enters looking for the space to take that near post shot. But Gullet, a history man right there with some great display of defense to keep this one away.
And Naizen with that extra effort was a good idea. Couldn't save the possession. Picked up by Zosi. Grau, left side. Ooh, decides to go back. Grizzles may have a better opportunity or a look. Has 2 weapons, is taking too long to pass. This will be picked up by Andy. Still plenty of time left here, 2:45 on the clock. You can probably score 2 goals if you're able to at least score 1 now, because time will quickly not become your friend. Show match or not, you got to utilize what you have while you can.
Certainly so, and this might be the dagger here as Zosi going on a run once again. This time he does make no mistake, says, let me not take it on the ground, might as well just step up and fire. Make it 4 in a row here for Overdose.
Poor Pudiro. It's the ping. He just jumped a second too late. You hate to see it.
Oh my goodness, what a great fire though. But again, those are the moments. Again, Overdose loves to thrive. Actually, if people have watched, by the way, I want to shout out a content creator, by the way, by the name of Kenny, who has been doing some great rematch content for a long time. He actually just dropped a nice little mini documentary with Overdose NA and kind of just talking about a lot of the things in this game. And one of the things that they mentioned was their biggest strength and what they love to play this game as is on the break, such as these 2-on-1 counterattacks, trying to play everything as fast as they can. And you can see Zosi trying to fall right into that as he looks for the captain of that NA team, and Grau does now play it on back here for the new man. Grizzles inside, looking for Grau once again up against the wall. Naizen, though, with some great help defense, but is it going to matter at this point, Taquito? I mean, we're looking at about 100 seconds on the clock, and you're down 3. You haven't scored a goal in over 7 minutes of game time. They're trying to change it right now, but Gullet once again on the deflection.
I so badly do not want to continue hearing you say Gullet. I get it. I understand. I understand it's his own bit. You know what I'm saying? It's the player's own bit. But every fiber of my being says the word Gullet and then goes, ugh, that's not right. But you're right. I mean, like 100 seconds. Well, 100 seconds of counting. We're less than 75 now. But your opportunity to even remotely come back in this game is completely over. We'll swap servers after this, so maybe it'll change. But it's a lot. Grau off the back wall, season 0 tactics. Love to see it. It's still, like you kind of said, Overdose as a team, not even just like the org or any of that. Overdose as a team has such a powerful offensive prowess, especially when a match begins to snowball. You genuinely just see how absolutely diabolical the team is. I do also kind of want to bring up something Aziz did say in the chat. Kin is making defensive mistakes this game. I will absolutely concede that they have made some defensive mistakes this game. I do think that when I pointed out the save attempt from Pudiro, that simply was just a ping issue. He jumped and went the right direction. There's nothing he could have done. He was just behind it on that one, but that doesn't discredit, unfortunately, all the other things that kind of have gone wrong on Kin's side in this first match. Maybe they pick it up in the next one.
I think they definitely can. I will say maybe the chat might have different opinions than me, but we just want to see these 5 players on both teams. I think both teams, I would say, are stronger offensively than they are defensively. So maybe that is what the issue right now is with Kin, especially against a team that might have one of the best offenses talent-wise in this game right now, Taquito, as Zosi tags on goal number 6, just for good measure.
I mean, dog, it's Overdose. Overdose is synonymous with like offensive prowess. I don't understand.
Yeah, there's not really much of a debate right there, ladies and gentlemen. But a great job right there. 6-1 is the final score here in game number 1. The opening match going to the side of Overdose in a very, very convincing fashion.
Yeah, it was just kind of given at this point. You know what I mean? Like when Overdose begins to run away with the match, it doesn't matter like which team, whether it's NA or EU, they just dominate the rest of the game. It's kind of just it's almost par for the course when it comes to that. So I'm curious again to see on the swap of the server for this next game, how Kin adjusts moving forward. Obviously, when your keeper is at a very strong ping deficit, it's going to be noticeable. But like Zosi on the opposite side as a striker was at a ping deficit and bro put up a hat trick. At that point, I don't really have an excuse.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's quite fair. I mean, there's nothing really much to be said. I mean, again, we know what's going to be at. I mean, just think about that realistically, guys. We're talking about Growl and Zosi playing together right now on the same team. And again, when we look at, it's no slight, by the way, to these other organizations that are here tonight, because all these teams are absolutely phenomenal in terms of just the overall grand scheme of Rematch. But Overdose, they're number 1 for a reason. And again, I think that's why they're the heavy favorites, certainly when you take a look at the opponents that they're going to be playing here tonight. And I'm not too sure how much at all will change going into this game too. Again, it was a good sign that Kin did score that opening goal, but they just couldn't really hold on to any of that afterwards. So gonna be very interesting to see, again, especially now on the NA side. Something I do want to note in that other game, we'll see. Again, it's not maybe tracking it, but I am curious to just see kind of how it goes for the rest of the night. I did notice that in that game right there on the EU region, it was Overdose playing with 3 EU players, but Kin only playing with 2. So they kind of had the opposite of that 3-2 rule, which I find very interesting. So we'll see if they're going to be making any roster moves here in this next game over on the NA side. I'm not entirely sure, as we currently just wait for a new code. And I do actually have a code, and something tells me, by the way, Taquito, we might be seeing a certain man maybe suit up for this game. Oh my goodness, oh wow, it's a lot of different. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh boy. So the consistent player is Growl, obviously. Growl has decided that he's never gonna not be on the pitch. Minwoo and King join back. Looks like Pudiro is also joining back as well. Same with Nizen, maybe? Okay.
So
and
it looks
Andy?
like, yeah, I think
the
King's
same
gonna
squad.
be
They're
rocking
just
the
running it
same
back.
squad. Okay.
Now here's my question. Here's my question, right? Is Fear actually going to play this game?
I think he is. I think they're only going to be going with one same player, and I think that's going to be Growl. I think everyone else is going to be rotated out, as that does indeed what it looks like to be. So over on the NA side, again, Overdose, they're now bringing in their 2 other defenders this time around. So they got Fear, who's in here as their main guy, Anchor, and they got Turtle as well. The GK going to be looking to hold it down. And then their other 2 players, just for people, again, I'm going to try to say it out loud so I can remember, because they like to change their names all the time. We have RXRKO is Ryu. Very easy to remember. Surely, right? Ryu. Shout out to Ryu, also finding his way into the game. And how about Leitao, I believe, is ZQ potentially here, folks. If that is true, then Leitao, that'd be another one where we're looking about, we just talked about Hullet, who obviously is a coach. It'd be the same thing with Leitao because he's also the coach of this EU Overdose team. So I think this is going to be very, very fun to watch.
Oh, okay. So actually it's Kurdish.
Oh, it is Curtis.
Okay.
That changes things.
That changes things.
Again, by the way, the only information for the people in the chat, I'm going off of just like Steam aliases, and I guess if this is Curtis, then he had his name as Leitao at one point. So don't get on me, okay, folks? Do not get on me.
You cannot blame the guy looking for the information.
I'm trying. You know, that's what we always say. We always say we're trying to, you know, I think I know our good friend Hunted once said it before about how we got to mandate these players to have the same name.
It's like at least something, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is Kurdish.
Okay, it is Kurdish. Okay, wow. Now, okay, so instead of Zosi and Grau up front, it'll be Kurdish and Grau. That is, well, actually, that actually might not be true. This is going to be, oh my god, this is actually going to be crazy. I don't even know what to think.
Okay, hang on.
This is such an insane
Who's going to be up
comp.
front then? Who's going to be up front then?
Well, that's what I'm kind of wondering right now with this team comp. It's like absolutely just fascinating because you have Ryu is there as well, who's also a very versatile player. So
okay.
I'm not entirely sure what. Again, it's really fun. Everyone's having a lot of fun here. So you can kind of see the way that game one went. They're having a similar where they just kind of, you know, flow state into their way. I'm excited to see if that is going to be the case now here in this second match. Again, another fresh 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We are now over on the NA side. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm good to go. All right, so let's get it going. So Turtle, Grau. We have Ryu, there you go, on the right side, and we got Curtis up front. So I think they're actually going maybe Grau as a CDM potentially here, Taquito?
You know, I'm here for it, honestly. I think it's not too big of a change, in my opinion, for Grau. He stays back with fear a little bit more often than having to rush up. He plays a little bit more defense. Ooh, that was good from Kurdish, even though playing through traffic couldn't find an actual shot. Pudiro, I was wondering where Pudiro was going to go. I kind of figured he would have gone down the other wing with Minwoo. Minwoo had some distance, could have ran up, but Andy was free. Has Nizit as well, but has to beat Grau down the pitch. There's a pass. Good stab from Ryu. Oh, and Kurdish, wide lane open. Might see something, and it's wide. Oh, no. First good look from Overdose, and that one doesn't go their way. They get another here, and Grau is going to run all the way from the backfield to finish it off.
Yeah, it's just a failure to track back right here, really clog it up. They thought the deed was done when this one was taken away by Minwoo, but one right back there by Curtis, never giving up, and he finds Grau, who makes a run on over. So even though we had a little speculation that Grau could be playing a bit more defensively in this game, I think that theory might have gone directly out of the window as he scores the opening goal here in match number 2 on the side of Overdose once again. So they make it now 7 unanswered goals dating back to the previous game. Ken's certainly going to be looking to stop that drought, and King will be able to do exactly that. What a great link up here by the boys in blue.
Listen, man, if it doesn't work, you just try again, right? Isn't that what the phrase is? So Grau decided, you know what? I'm not playing CDM anymore. We're gonna go back to Cam. That's what I do best. So
Oh my goodness, how about a little EU connection right there? Nizen up into King on an NA server for their opening goal of this second match. Big time there, and they get a quick defensive stop as well as Grau's pass does get blocked up. Pediro over the top hits it now for Andy, who we haven't really talked about Andy too much, but on the NA side, he is such an amazing creator, a cam in his own right. He hasn't had too much of an impact though so far in this series. Oh my, they're certainly going to be needing him even more now, Taquito, as it looks like this Overdose offensive train just cannot be stopped.
Again, like I said, Grau decided CDM was not the move. We're just actually going to move into the striker position. We're going to be the one who takes the shots. But kind of back to your comment about Andy. We brought Andy up as well in our little private chat, and a player that I feel I don't think gets a lot of recognition considering, you know, unfortunately, Andy hadn't been at the top lately, results-wise. Not trying to be biased or anything like that. Andy's still a great player. But like the times we do see Andy create opportunities and create openings, and we see the plays develop that he spearheads, it looks incredible. Curtis, yeah, you earned that. I just flat out, you earned that. I got nothing else. That was an earned play.
Yeah, it was. Double teamed, going to be beating both of them out with the shot, using the wall intentionally, and then passing it on through. Just the IQ off the charts right there from Curtis. And yeah, I think that we can certainly say that is definitely Curtis on the pitch, folks. I think now if we had any concerns, even though we didn't have a confirmation there, I think just with the way that he played that one, that we can firmly say that is definitely Curtis. Naizen up in for King, trying to do it for the second time in this second game. Still able to keep it, though, up into the opposition half. All 8 outfielders right now on this Overdose half, as they do get it in for Naizen with some space kind of on that left side of the box. We'll take it over the top.
Oh,
bit too high, indeed, there for King. But again, Kin working it around the clock right now. Just sending it on back, a little recycle. But Minwoo gets caught thinking, gets taken away here by Curtis, who is absolutely drained on stamina. Will pop his EE, trying to break his way through, but just mashed there by the defenders. And Kin will win it right back.
It's one of those things too. You have to take your opportunities when you can. That's a great pass, great shot. King can't find a good opportunity off the post. Turtle will lock that one down. Fear a chance off the left wing. Has Ryu right. Grau and Curtis up top. Grau trying to begin a play. Minwoo able to take that one. Good pass over. Andy now has Naizen and King up in the box. Left side, middle. They try to find something. Instead, it's just a pass straight over to Ryu. And a quick turnover here for Overdose.
Yeah, it was Kin trying to execute a little double right action there, and it's not going to work out for them. Now Curtis trying to use that wall again intentionally. Almost had him beat as Budiro does go diving, misses it, but the defense able to help him out this time. It is Ryu forcing it back in here for Curtis, trying to take it on the ground where he specializes in his offensive approach. But does get stuffed down there by Minwoo, the captain of Kin, who's been having certainly a tough matchup. He's been had to task with a lot defensively against this Overdose team, whoever it is that they roll out there. As, again, 5 players in that opening game. As King now tries to get one back as well on the ground. And how about Turtle, who we haven't really mentioned except for going into the lobby, getting a huge save right there.
Yeah, that was a sneaky little shot there from King, and I'm glad Turtle was wide awake because that one could have slotted right on in. There's a pass. Curtis looking for one. Gets caught by Andy instead of Pudiro. Really surprised by that. It's good possession. Big crossover. We find Minwoo now possession. King at the penalty dot. Naizen dancing around Ryu. Does get over there. There's the pass, the setup. But Fear, big body block in the box.
Yeah, friendship merging up right there for Kin. Just gets blocked right there at the source halfway through match number 2. Still a 2-goal lead here for Overdose. And make it 3 as it's a bullet right on into Grau. Near post. Pudiro can't get there in time. And Overdose looking like a repeat right now of the opening match.
All right, look. Gullet isn't even here anymore, and we're still finding ways to say his name different. You gotta stop it. All right, you gotta stop. I understand he's one of your favorite players. I get it.
Oh my goodness, here he goes.
Yeah, we've got to talk about the people who are here, man. We can't use synonyms, okay?
I'll try my best, Taquito, but no promises, okay? As they do get it on
That's
out
fine.
now
That's
here.
fine.
Grau
That's fine.
in one-on-one. It is going to be Curtis once again, stuffed down there by Minwoo, winning the one-on-one. Taken down low by Naizen. Andy trying to do a switch pass on the ground, leading
Grau
forward.
almost got
What a
there.
great ball right there, though. Just evading Grau. Now Minwoo left alone for a cross on through.
Oh.
Not too sure what happened right there. Maybe just a bit too far forward. Maybe expecting someone to make a cut towards the box. Not able to do so. As now Overdose trying to run a 6 inside that 6-yard box, but he misses him just by a smidge.
Yeah, that would have been a disgusting goal as well. Could have been up by 4 once more. King has Minwoo open. Might be a 1-2, but Minwoo takes his time. There's the pass. Fear with the easy block. Ryu on the pickup. Be a shot here. Oh, Andy. Good job getting in the way of that one. I was going to say a back pass might work, but still very threatening. Naizen had too many people around them. Minwoo, a chance. Big crossover. King did get there, but Fear was able to put his body in the way before anything else could happen. Grau receives. Naizen right on the run. Grau again. That's a good slide tackle. Great defense there for Kin.
Yeah, they needed it really bad because that offense has been so hard to come by in these series. I mean, we're talking about 16 and a half minutes played now against this Overdose team, and can only have 2 goals to show for it. It's not certainly a good trajectory right now, especially with what Overdose have been able to do, as it is Curtis trying to go for that pass shot once again. Takes it right down the middle in hopes that Pudira would dive his way out of the way, but Pudira at least able to hold his ground there. Now Andy, shot over the top, in for King, just missing him. Surprised he did not get a diamond on that pass. Looked to be quite good, but 3 minutes now to go, and Overdose once again trying to go on a break here as he hits it for Curtis on the other end. One-on-one against Minwoo, who makes another incredible defensive jab.
Oh, whoa, we're just handing the ball over. Curtis gets another chance. There's the pass. Grau with the shot. Pudiro is getting these saves, and, like, they're great. Don't get me wrong. But, again, I bring up the ping. The ping is obviously showing itself. What can be different? King tries a little soft pass off the back wall to themselves, and unfortunately isn't able to find the follow-through.
Over the top, in for Curtis, going right side, and he blows it right off the wall there. Another opportunity, Fear lobbing it up in for the Captain Grau. Does get taken away by Andy. Not the greatest of passes, but they turn it over right on the other end. Sliding everywhere. The ball doesn't know where it's supposed to be right now. Finally ends up here on the safe feet of Minwoo. Right side, cross, looking forwards. Again, just right into a crowd of defenders where Ryu and Fear have been dominating their own box. Although now they need their keeper to step up in a big way. Unless he just misses it. Wide left there for King. Several pass shots in this series here, Taquito, but a lot of them have been going just a bit wide.
That opportunity was everything for King, an unfortunate miss. They need possession. They have to score on this push here, and I'm sorry, at the moment I just don't see it happening, unfortunately.
Will be on Minwoo, trying to find somebody. And again, I mean, you're down 3 at this point. You know, again, there is no overtime. I do want to factor that in as well, as it will just go into a draw state again, because this kid's kind of a little bit of a group stage in a way. So if they're looking to get a full 3 points in that regard, they would need to score 4 goals, Taquito, over the span of 70 seconds, which is certainly unlikely, I think, is probably the best way to put it. I think the house would probably not even offer that bet at this point here in this match. But we do hit the final minute, and Grau, I am not too sure what happened there, as he just looks like he might have forgot the most prized possession in the game, as Andy, now able to beat down Ryu right side, plays it in forward. Fear just taking it away a couple of times. Slide there from King, trying to win it back, but look who's there. It's Ryu to win it back for Overdose.
Yeah, I think all hope is gone at this point. 40 seconds, 3 goals. I'm glad Pudiro was awake. That just wouldn't have been, that'd have been insult to injury at this point. I don't even think burn cream would have fixed that one.
Oh my goodness, you are right though. At least they able to get a save right there. But I think without any questions answered after this game, Overdose certainly a strong start. That'll probably obviously pit them straight into the finals in this show match. But King will get one for the road here, folks. Ball in, far post, as Ken is able to score their second goal for the first time in either of these games. And so at least a little bit of consolation here at the end.
Yeah, it's something that they need. So for what it's worth, it's good. I think that you just gotta take it for what it is. And unfortunately here, I think Overdose just had the better team composition. Maybe changing some people on the side of Ken might have helped, but I was gonna say, hey, last attempt, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But Overdose proving exactly what they needed to. They are an incredible force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, just what an absolutely incredible game right there. And you could see it's kind of even. I mean, in terms of the passes, interceptions, and saves is similar. But again, at the end of the day, it's about those counterattacks that Overdose had. A lot of moments where they just won it up high and were able to go on those one-on-ones, two-on-ones, and they really thrived in those instances. So congratulations to Overdose for a huge 6 points right there, as we will go ahead and try to get set up here really quickly again with another, obviously with the graphics. But at the same time, I think we might actually have a quick little interview potentially in this one. Our next match is going to still be Overdose, by the way, folks. Overdose are going to be now going up against the Beneath Reality team, which there are 2 in NA. So you might be wondering which one of those 2 will be. It'll be, I would say, in my opinion, at least humbly, the better one that is here tonight, with Beneath Ballistic going to be stepping onto the pitch to represent the NA side. And then obviously we'll see what their EU players as well can manage up. But I think we will have maybe an interview here in just a moment. I'm not entirely sure, but if we do Taquito, I think it might be with Kin, believe it or not.
Yeah, obviously because Overdose needs to get ready. So we'll see. Yeah, I was gonna say obviously there's no need to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. It looks like they are gonna come up here and hang out with us for a second. Heck yeah.
How about that?
All right. I think are we getting Minwoo? Is that what I'm seeing?
I think so.
Bet. Let's see what happens. I mean, obviously, get a chance to yap a little bit. Another fellow North American player. What's up, Minwoo? How we doing?
Yo, what's up, guys? We're waiting for Nizen, I think. I think he wants to join. He's in the waiting room.
Cool. I mean, obviously, like when Nizen gets in here, we'll take care of it. But I mean, playing on the EU server, how was that, man? It was a little different, wasn't it?
It's definitely difficult, but I mean, I used to play in EU server a lot more in different games, so it wasn't too bad.
I think one of my because I mean, obviously, you watch NA enough, you know I come from Rocket League, so I'm used to the NA EU discourse, and I know that the ping difference depending on where you're located.
Yeah.
What's going on, Nizen? How we doing? But-
Hello.
But I know the ping difference can be a lot depending on who's
Yeah, it's so difficult. Wow. It's so difficult. Alors, guys, sorry, my English is so bad, but this ping, it's crazy. Wow.
No, it's okay. I get it.
But
Like,
it's good. It's funny. Overdose is better. It's crazy team. Mais ouais. This ping, what the fuck? I dribble. The ball is the right, teleport to the left. What the fuck? It's crazy. It's funny, but what the fuck?
my thing is obviously like there's such a difference in play style between you guys as well. Like EU obviously has like a very, I feel like EU compared to North America is y'all have like kind of these like protocols y'all like to run on both sides of the pond.
Yeah.
And I feel like EU like you guys play with a very specific standard where NA, like, I mean, Minwoo, you can chime in on this a little bit more because, like, obviously, I don't know all the plays that we run here in Rematch, but I feel like the big difference is EU focuses a lot more on like precision of passing, maybe is what I kind of want to say, and NA is more of like we're gonna find that one play that works out really well, and we're gonna run it till it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, no, me too.
I think like what's it called? NA, it's kind of like that what you said, but EU,
Yeah.
I think I played EU tourneys recently, and they're way more fundamental than NA, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's a lot more of a fun gameplay to just move around the ball. So I think EU just has better fundamentals than the NA side.
I got to agree with that. Right now, like I said, I come from Rocket League. Right now, they're in France, and EU Rocket League is way different. Those guys pass like crazy. They involve the team all the time. So like, I kind of hate it because NA is just we're all egos. Everybody is just it's just ego wins. I mean obviously Minwoo, come on, you know Isagi, the biggest ego in North America,
Yes, of course.
the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like
Crazy.
heavy of like Overdose as well too. They all have egos, but they all can beat the man that they have guarding them. I mean, I think that's just Rematch in general. Overdose EU is the same way, same with Strive.
What about you, Nizen? How do you feel about playing with the North American guys? Was it fun? Did you enjoy that?
Ah, mais me, I'm so enjoy, huh? It's crazy, huh? I play with my my Minu, my owner of Kin. It's crazy. I like. It's beautiful. It's beautiful for me. It's
I like
crazy,
that, I like
but
that.
this ping, it's so difficult.
he said I love the game. I'm having so much fun. I never would have played the ping
Yeah.
again. Don't make
No,
me do
mais
that again.
in my opinion, go slow clap, go to Paris, okay? It's LAN, okay? Server, go to Paris. NA, go to Paris, okay? And go play everybody good server, okay? Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy. Everybody, man, rematch. Go to Paris. Oh, hello, it's you. Oh, yeah, it's me. Oh, nice. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's
I love
crazy.
this. See, slow clap if you're listening. We got your representative right here.
Yeah.
Listen. Like we got Nizen saying, please come to Paris.
Yeah, please. My dream.
I
really
honestly,
made
it would
them.
be a lot of fun. I think just seeing this game on LAN. I know there was a LAN in South America. They did one in Brazil. Watching that in person, dude, the energy was crazy. I would love to see
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
come together on a LAN and play. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, the commentator is, oh, Nathan have the ball, Nathan shot, goal, it's crazy. Oh, no, no, commentator, no, it's crazy. My dream, my
I
dream.
see. Hey, look. All I'm saying is when it does happen, it'll be beautiful to get all you guys together. Because I'm sure, obviously, the trash talk is going to be there, the competitive integrity is going to be there. But as much as I want to
Yeah.
keep talking to you guys, we got to get you all out of here. We got our next match coming up real quick. Minwoo, Nizen, thank you guys so much for joining. It was really fun to
No
watch you guys
problem.
play. I hope you guys
Appreciate
enjoy the
guys.
rest of this little show match tournament.
I love
Yes,
you, guy,
sir.
love you, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
That is just absolutely phenomenal, Taquito. I don't even know what to say. I was speechless.
Hey, that's what we do, man. You got to have a lot of fun here. So, at the end of the day, like talking to Nizen was so fun. I had no idea Nizen was French, so that makes it even better. Like he said, "I love
Oh,
rematch.
man.
I don't love the ping."
I know,
That
that's
was
just one of
it.
the, I think that's one of the realest things. Maybe speaking for a lot of players, right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is just absolutely brilliant. But okay, we are here. It looks like, oh well, actually, one of the players is asking that we need a couple of extra minutes in this instance. So that's a bit unfortunate, but obviously we did transition straight on into this game. I'm very excited to see this again. We're on the NA side, it looks like, for this opening game, and different than the last time, or at least, oh, it's actually a slightly different rotation. It looks like for Overdose Taquito, as they do bring back Grizzles, they do bring back Hullet, and obviously Zosi's back as well. Growl looks like he's going to just be a constant player tonight, but they've also kept Turtle in. So they're keeping their GK in on the NA side. So I think that's probably a good strategy, right? I mean, just just trying to, whatever region, whatever server you're playing on, that's the GK of that region that you want to pick, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably good. My thing is this: we're just bullying IBK, bro. I know he's the one who asked for a few minutes, but like everybody is legitimately bullying IBK.
Oh my goodness. This
Also,
is actually hilarious.
Sajam, really, dude, really? What are these names, man? What are these names? Okay, hey, Zosi,
No.
Zosi,
No.
really, bro? Really?
Okay, I think we probably we have to remake, right?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he's gonna give him a goal.
Oh,
yeah,
there we
okay.
go. There
okay,
we go.
yeah,
There
he's
we
gonna
go.
give him a
There we
goal.
go.
Okay. Hey,
Okay.
you know what? Homie goal. We love that.
Okay. So we finally got it sorted 90 seconds in. It was one of the players saying we need an extra couple of minutes, and that's why everyone just started goofing off, just so people know. Okay, but we talked about Overdose. Now, here we go. Welcome on in Beneath Reality, their organization here to play in these games tonight. Now, I'm really excited to see their roster here at Taquito in particular. Again, I'm not too sure how much you follow with some of the Beneath Reality teams. I will admit myself, when it comes to the EU side, I actually haven't seen a Beneath Reality team play in a little bit of time, I will say. And so the two representatives, at least in this opening game, are going to be IBK and Yas. So really excited to see what they can offer. But the three on the NA side, three players that we have seen for
Okay, we're just
quite
restarting.
some time. Yeah, we're just gonna restart.
just restarting.
Okay,
All right.
whatever. I mean, might as well just. Okay, well, I don't even know what to say. But okay, on that side, continuing on that note, the NA side, what's really interesting, again, Twizzle, who is in there as their anchor. They have Sajams, again, kind of either can play. He's just a midfielder kind of player, in my opinion. He can go cam, he can go CDM. I think he's just one of those kind of guys. And then, this is my most interesting part right here, because again, it feels like whatever that's in the air right now, Taquito, we have these new players with their brand new teams making debuts for this show match here tonight. How about Dupe? Dupe GK. Making his Beneath Ballistic debut in at GK after Moobert, apparently, I believe, left the team. Dupe now their brand newest signing, and he's here tonight looking to play a little bit of keeper for this show match.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be fun. I think Dupe is a fun keeper to watch. I enjoy watching Dupe from North America, but for this one, I don't know. I'm maybe I'm concerned because obviously like I mean, it's Turtle on the other side. So regardless, we got 2 North American keepers playing on EU first. So, you know what I mean? Like, what do we?
Oh no,
What are we doing here?
We are on an NA server for this game.
Okay,
I
we're
can't
doing NA
confirm.
first.
Yeah,
we're doing
so
NA
I guess
first.
they're just
Okay.
swapping it up. I guess.
All right. I was just making sure.
Yes, that is 100% what is happening, because that would certainly be. I think yes, we would definitely have a bit of a cause for concern if that was indeed the case. But it looks like okay. Let's go ahead and load on in. Let's see if the scoreboard now is accurate this time, because it was perfect. That's why I'm upset that we had a remake. But let's see. I'm praying that we see Beneath Reality in white on the scoreboard here. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. All right, Taquito, you can take it over here as I go into the aerial camera view.
All right, so what's going to happen is while we're playing this game, we're going to see Pelmav actually move the scoreboard around. We're not going to talk about rematch. We're going to talk about what Pelmav is going to be doing behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what's more important. Am I right, Pel?
Absolutely nothing could be more important than what I'm doing right now on the screen. It looks like I did it pretty quickly, so it should be good to go, ladies and gentlemen.
No, seriously, like you said, though, Beneath Reality, Ballistic, I do think that is the smarter team to go with here in this scenario, especially against, a team like Overdose. We did just see win 2 very convincing games versus Kin. And then having the North America server up first, obviously indicated with Turtle and Dupe playing. I don't know if Dupe is going to be playing the whole time, and it's just... We talk about how Kistiff is inevitable, and I think it also is synonymous with Growl. Like, Growl is just inevitable, bro. Whether
Yeah, he
he's the
is
one setting the play,
remarkable.
whether he's the one shooting the play,
Oh, wow, and he's just gotten another interception as well up high against Twizzle. Plays it in inbound for Zosi! Oh, my goodness. 2 goals in the span of 10 seconds, Taquito. What are we watching?
one of the best cams to ever do it.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to say anything else?
Yeah.
Like,
Not wrong.
one of the best cams to literally ever do it in the game Rematch. Like, I got nothing else. Like, he scored a goal, then he was like, you know what, Zosi, here, you can have the next one. That's fine. I stole this ball. If you're in position, here, take it. But
Well, that's exactly, yeah. That's just what makes him the perfect cam. That's what you expect of a cam at this level. You want to be a guy to be able to do everything at all times. The guy he plays the high press defense. He creates. He likes to score. I think that's really what separates him, I feel like, with some other cams. Because I think a lot of cams that we see Taquito in this game, they just naturally have a knack for wanting to always play make. Whereas Growl,
Yes.
I really do feel like he has just that innate ability to really score 1 or 2 goals almost in every game that he plays.
yeah, no, that seems like an accurate assessment. He definitely has the opportunity to score 1 at bare minimum. 2, you might be pushing it a little bit. Not saying that he couldn't or wouldn't, but I think like time and place scenario kind of calls for it. IBK, good reception here. Gets around Gullet. There's the pass over. Yas cannot put it through, though. That's a great setup on the side of Beneath Reality.
Yeah, and it does look like it is going with Shazam's more in that defensive spot, at least here for this game, which I do feel like we do see him a little bit more naturally in that CDM rather than not. So Shazam's will be holding it down. So how about the 2 EU players for Beneath Reality going to be playing as the 2 attackers against this GK and known as Turtle on the NA side, known as the best GK in the North American region still today. IBK trying to rise up, but Sir Grizzles, how about that track down to knock it loose?
As Grizzles, I mean, that's the player that we're very, very familiar with. There's the pass over through traffic. Will be sent the other way. Grizzle trying to get Grizzles out of the corner. There's the pass forward. Ooh, Growl almost found himself a header towards the net. IBK, a little awkward. Yes, is going to have to race up to this one. Does find, but too much time. Draws in the rest of the team. Good save by Gullet. Oh, man, but IBK picks it back up. Pass shot, bottom corner. Oh, no.
Wow, how about the couple of pass shots there from end to end? IBK and Yas both trying to get it done. One of them goes wide, the other one gets saved, and now Dupe on the other end having to make a quite acrobatic save. Well up on that PK area, as it was a good shot on in by the side of Overdose, and they're right back to it, holding on to the 2-goal lead. Growl left side. just a bit wide to that shoulder there of Zosi, but he is able to collect it first anyways. Now tries to play it back on in for Grau as he was coming close. And Dupe, again, very, very active right now in his larger territory, kind of just roaming around. I think that's the right call as well, especially after allowing those 2 goals early on where he was caught on his line. And oh my! Yes! Capitalizing on a bit of a turtle mistake here on the other end.
When's the last time you said turtle and mistake in the same call?
Yeah. No, you're 100% right.
Like, what? Like, that's a fact. Like, legitimately, that might be the first time I've seen that glaring of a mistake by Turtle. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the right call. Again, I can't. I'm not talking like I know everything, but I mean, again, like I feel
Right,
like that's
exactly.
Just the right
No,
moment.
for sure.
Hey, as a GK right there, you definitely want to come up, try to get that one as Zosi takes that one off the near post into the hands of Dupe. But definitely the right call there for Turtle. He just missed it at the end of the day. He just missed it just a tad bit wide to the side. Now Sajams, though, and Beneath Reality have been given some life here. They'll go off B wall as IBK tries to control it, but well too high off of said wall. So Grizzle's able to not only take it away, now he has to really work to get this one up. Sajams, though, playing a little high press himself, and it's going to work out for him. They've won it back here with some great resilient effort. Now IBK, well too far over the top in the box, missing both Shazams and Yas. Shazams, though, still got it, showing some great effort right here, right now. Taquito and Beneath Reality, again, have really a chance out of nowhere, it feels like, in this game to potentially send us back level in this one as IBK working around right side, plays it up in for Yas, and he's missed him just again.
I hate to say this. I really think right now the player you want to focus on is the Jams again. Turtle, what is happening?
Wow. Just absolute
North American
chaos
servers
on the North American
servers.
Oh my goodness. It's again, it's the shot. It's not the shot stopping. It's that when the ball is in front of him or he's trying to get close to the ball right now, it's just, he's having a hard time at trying to get a good dive on it. And so Overdose, with some defensive mistakes back there by the man in the box, has Beneath Reality back in this game level. Still 4.5 minutes to go, again, because of a 10-minute match. So plenty of time as Hullet trying to cross his way on through, not able to get in there as it was blocked by IBK all the way back on defense. Bad ball given away, though, by Dupe. Grau now right side, working some space in for Zosi, and he blows one by with a signature bicycle kick into that right netting.
Yeah, no, Zosi was also an absolute menace in the box the entire time in front of Dupe. Dupe had to let it go. Zosi was crowding his any way he could throw the ball out. So that play was unfortunately doomed from the start. Shout out to Zosi on the absolute just demon play right there. Yas taking this one for, well, never mind. Not taking it for Beneath Reality. It's back to Dupe again to quarterback this place. Jams, who I feel like you should want to feed Sajams right now with the way we've seen him create openings here for Beneath Reality.
Yeah, and especially when we're talking about an NA server. Again, I mean, I don't really know too much myself, but again, the other players. I mean, we just saw obviously on the interview, Nizen was talking about it, saying the ping obviously is a huge thing, especially when you're trying to play call. And
disgusting.
My goodness, this is an absolutely ridiculous pass on through in the ground as they run it a 6-yard box pass here. As you think Zosi would be the one to get it, no, it was going to be Grau on the other end. I'm stunned to see that work.
The entire time, bro. The entire time it was Grau. That was, what a fake. Or excuse me, not a fake, a feint. What a feint. That's a shot. You know what? Let's just trade blows. At this point, like, what is defense? What is defense? It's nothing. It doesn't matter.
IBK coming close. Yas. I mean, it's just too easy right now. But maybe, well, it's too easy, but I mean, to be fair, again, like we have a 10-minute match, right? So the goals naturally are going to be a little bit higher total. So it would, like, the game already would have been over at this point, I guess, technically. So, who knows really what to expect.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Grizzles get involved. I'm done.
I'm done. We're done. We're done here, folks. We are done. Sir Grizzles is now scoring a goal. His first one in the Overdose kit, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a man always playing as a cam, always been an offensive player. He does play a little GK, though. I don't know how many people know that. He does dabble in some GK from time to time, and he's actually a pretty good one as well. But how about Grizzles with a goal here, his first one of the show match tonight, to pretty much just erase the mistake right now of Turtle on the other end. I don't know if we can really classify that other one as a mistake. I think you're right in saying that it was just a great pass and a great shot.
It absolutely was. No, that was incredible. But like again, like I don't know if you remember, if you were part of the tournament. This is gonna be a huge callback. Do you remember the tournament that I think we did for MRC where Ho Lee scored a goal?
Was his name Barcode's valedictorian?
No. It was Ho Lee.
Okay, so way long ago. Okay, I mean,
yes, way long
you know
ago.
you know me, my memories, so I probably can't
Right,
remember it too vividly, right?
Not saying that Grizzles obviously isn't an offensive menace. He absolutely is off the back wall. It's a good save there from Grizzles himself. But oh wait, hang on. Sajam's on the movement. Sajam's on the move. Oh, what a slide tackle. All the setup was looking beautiful for himself. Unfortunately, that one got sent away. Overdose looking to turn it around. Zosi was trying to get involved, but a defensive deflection will find the ball in the hands of Dupe. Needs to get back this one as well. Good pickup. And Growl using Zosi's tactic of absolutely smothering the GK. IBK has yes at the dot. Might see a pass. The Jams is open here, but instead we go through traffic yet again. There could be a beautiful, like, 3-member triangle play set up. I mean, not saying that it's going to work, but, like, you could really spread the defense if you tried with Sajams just being wide open at the back.
Yeah, right now just committing to the cuts right now. The just the immediate play calls, just trying to go cross straight into striker, and maybe they have something like a near miss or something like that, backboard geared up, but. I think you're right in saying that we need to get a little bit more involvement when you can on that other end, because now at this point it could be the punishing moment as Growl off the side over there on that back wall, not near miss, but really I guess you could say far miss in a way. It was Zosi was on that end trying to head it on through, but good patience by Dupe. Now Shazams over the top in for IBK, bladed up. Oh my goodness, a blade shot in May of 26, Taquito. Unfortunately, we didn't see it go through though.
Hey, you know what? The big 26, we still got the blade. It doesn't matter. Like, dude, it's the big 26 and we're still hitting balls off the backboard and scoring, okay? You know what I mean? Season 0 never left. We never stopped being in season 0, buddy.
We truly never did. And just to bring us back into the reality here with Beneath Reality, they only have 40 seconds to work with as they're down 2. They did make this one certainly a game, but it looks like Overdose defensively has started to lock in kind of in this last couple of minutes or so. IBK up in for Yas, headed away by Grizzles. IBK playing it back on out. Now using the header, gets knocked away once again. Overdose back on defense. Now Growl will just explode up through the middle of the pitch on that left end. Growl over in for Zosi, looking for the game ender. Not good, but now Hullet stepping up into the fray. Tries to maybe score one of his own. He might still have an opportunity to do so, but now Yas ripping that one right off the feet. Somehow evading a slide tackle. 2-on-1 on the other end. So Jams up in for IBK. And how about the last man back on this occasion? Sir Grizzles, a man that does it all. Ending this game in a nice fashion here for Overdose as they remain undefeated in 3 games here tonight.
I think we knew that Overdose was going to be the team almost like guaranteed going to the finals. But it, like, they are really just different. I don't know how else to say it. They truly are just different.
Yeah, I mean, think about the games that they've played so far. I mean, they're scoring at absolute minimum 4 goals in these games. And right now, all of their opponents have been unable to even match that 4-goal mark. And so what is there really to say other than just what an unbelievable performance it was there? Grizzles got the MVP. He had over 10,000 total score, Taquito. Again, a guy who got a stat point in every single of the 5 major categories. Just a testament to what he can bring to this squad.
It's... Again, playing the role that Grizzles does, we almost saw him get a goal there himself as well. Or we did see him get a goal. I meant, like, at the very end, we almost saw another one go through. Okay, we're getting Zosi to set up this next one for us. We'll wait to get a code here, but never mind. Zosi's not even going to be playing.
Zosi not playing on the... Yeah, it is interesting how they did play that one. I don't even... Maybe they weren't even aware, to be honest, Taquito, because the fact that Or maybe they're doing it intentionally. I have no idea. We might have to ask them because we're going to probably get a quick interview with them after this match. But to see Zosi then play, because again, he played in the EU server one in the opening match against Kin. And then in this one, he just played on the NA server. But now they're not going to be having him play on the EU server. It's very interesting.
We'll find out. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The two spectators, oh, no.
Yeah, we only have 2 specs.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We'll see if it matters.
I don't think it will.
I think we'll be okay.
Turtle isn't playing either.
Oh, man. Okay,
we can tell these guys like to have fun.
Yes. They will again. They
oh no, poor Kai. Poor
They
Kai.
are going back. They are going back into the rotation that they had before. So it's now actually wait. No, there's again one difference here, Taquito. This is a good moment right now. This is a true test. Grau is no longer here, folks. It's the only game Grau will not be in the lineup. I would have to imagine potentially tonight. Grizzles. They're going to keep Grizzles out there. Kawaza now back in. Fear still holding it down. Back line. And then again, you have Kurdish and Ryu. So Grizzles maybe a bit more of an offensive role in this upcoming game, potentially.
We also have Caselli stepping in for Beneath Reality.
Over Twizzle. So I guess just straight into the anchor position there. Last man.
Hang on 1 second.
We are good to go, but ladies and gentlemen, I do want to give you, again, Overdose, they are kind of running the table right now, but this actually does matter because if Overdose wins another game here, folks, if they do win another game right here, they'll go undefeated, obviously. They're already into the finals, no doubt, but it'll set up a very interesting next matchup between Kin and Beneath Reality, where both teams will be on equal footing, and it will be between both of them to decide who will go on into that finals to play Overdose. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see that one if Overdose, again, does win this game in particular.
Yeah, again, they just guaranteed finals. Like that's just it. They're just they've won 3 in a row. I think they're guaranteed finals regardless. But we need to see what's going to happen here in this lobby. So it's Ryu. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we're just waiting for one of the players right now to load up our lobby here, folks. We're all set up, ready to go. We just need to get on in.
I don't know. I guess, can somebody tell Ryu to hit start?
Yeah, Aziz, tell him to start. We're good to go. There we go. See, sometimes you gotta just speak it out into existence, Taquito.
All right. What's gonna be so funny after this too is if Turtle comes into the VC to have the interview.
That's all you.
That's gonna be the best. That's gonna be the best part. That's honestly gonna be the best part.
He's got to. He has no other choice, to be honest.
I was just trying to be funny, and then I was just trying to be funny, and bro hits me with the what's blood waffling about. All right, man. All right, buddy.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we are going to be good to go here, folks. Match number 4 of the show match. It'll be game 2 between these two sides. Overdose is going to be in the all blacks, and it'll be Beneath Reality in the light blues. So let's get this one ongoing. Straight off into a B1 action, it looks like here from Overdose. Grizzles a second effort in there for Kurdish. Gets blocked down by Yas. So a nice, strong defensive stand to open up our first 20 seconds.
So Caselli is actually stepping up at the front. Maybe Yas switched back to where Twizzle was?
Potentially.
Interesting. Well, Kurdish get a big breakaway. There's Grizzles to step up with Kurdish and pass kick.
Wow. Wow.
All right. From the top of the box, too, at that.
That is absolutely disgusting from Curtis. Again, it's a player that I give so much credit to. There's a couple of players I think we could probably recite off top of mind, Taquito, where they're so good with the ball at their feet, in particular when they try to slurp a ball on through, if you know what I'm saying, the little pass shot down low. Curtis, for me, is the EU guy for that. I mean, I know people in EU refer to Curtis as just one of the all-around best players in the game right now on that EU side, maybe just in general.
Yeah.
But I always love to see him with the ball at his feet, especially in the box, really at any point. It is just so dangerous, and especially now a tough challenge for the new keeper Dupe on the other side, because now he already had a tough game one on the NA region. Now he's got to do it on the EU side here as well.
And it does, obviously we heard how Nizen felt. I could only imagine how some North American players feel. Oh, Curtis almost did it again, dude. He almost just did it again. Ryu trying to find a back corner on the left side. IBK, good couple of stabs there and a pass out. Finds Yus on the right side. Oh, Grizzle's unable to get in front of. Oh, this is good plays here for a little bit, but right now looks a little worrying here for the side of Beneath Reality. Give me 1 second, pal.
You're good. Shazam's trying to go on over the top there for Koselli, who, again, stepping on in as the sub-man into this game. And he is playing, again, in that attacking role. So very interesting kind of how they've completely swapped in terms of positions on the pitch here for Beneath Reality. Yas and IBK now going back on the defensive end here on their home server. Very interesting, kind of just trying to play with that, maybe just defense, better ping is what they're really relying on. As maybe, again, I have heard some murmurs about how higher ping, when you talk about an attacker, especially a striker, can sometimes almost be a slight advantage just because it looks a little wonky for the other team defending. Again, not too sure how true any of that is, but I am super excited to see kind of how this one does play out as Curtis! Oh my goodness, it's absolutely filthy. For the second time in this game, he's done it again on the ground to make it a 2-goal lead for Overdose.
That's... I just... You said it earlier, too. Like, you said, Curtis, it really focuses on the ground game. Like, uh-oh, wait. Okay, I was like, where's Dupe? Where's Dupe? Like, everyone just ran away from the ball. They're like, nope, I'm not touching it. Nope, not me either. Nope. Oh, it's a good pass. Caselli not there in time. Couldn't find the diamond. Does still maintain possession. Has to get around Fear. There's the jams. Blocked away by Ryu, though. It's a good setup. Unfortunately, not going the way for Beneath Reality.
Curtis on the other end now, again, with 2 defenders in front of him. Will he still look to take it himself? The answer was yes, at least for that time that it was brewing. It is won, though, by the defenders. Now Shazam's once again over the top in for Koselli. Blocked away, or really sent away forcefully there by Fear, who, what a player Fear has been for a long time now here with this Overdose team in this game. Again, always been that strong defender at the back, the anchor of the club. And again, so I feel like sometimes there are a lot of times where he goes maybe a bit overlooked, doesn't get enough recognition, but he has been, in the games that he's played so far tonight, he has been nothing but clinical in that regard.
Catch.
As Curtis tried to play it off that near miss to Ryu. You could see it brewing up, but Dupe playing a dangerous game, trying to snag it off the wall, and unfortunately for them, he is able to rise up and grab it.
I feel so bad for Caselli. I mean, barely missing these diamonds right now. It's just going a little bit over their head. Dupe, good attack on that one. Has to get there quickly over Curtis, and that's an unfortunate pass gone over Yas's head. So Curtis back again. There's a pass over to Ryu. Ryu, a little tiki-taka in the box. Curtis, okay, bro, he's gross. He's gross. He's disgusting.
He is disgusting, but that shouldn't be a new thing, I think, for anybody that has been knowing what this guy, Curtis, has been able to do for the longest time. Just an absolutely ridiculous player. And I honestly like the pass that they were cooking up there. I feel like they could have scored on that. It was almost like a bandit in some way. It looked a little scuffed if that was the case, but it was still a great play. And then he just said, you know what, I kind of just want to end it in ISO ball style anyways. So just dominance right now from Curtis, single-handedly the difference maker in this game, as it's all 3 goals scored on his foot. As, oh my! Shazam's taking a book out of one of his teammates' signature goals. It's a soft lob down the pipe, and Beneath Reality not done yet.
I'm gonna say Shazam's needed that one. That's how I'm gonna make that call. Like Jams needed that one, and that's all I'm gonna end up saying about that. Looks like Caselli has moved back a little bit. So Jam's gone up to the front, and as for the last game again, so Jam's really a player that was able to like cook it up. Oh, it's off the post. That was such good placement from Sajam and unfavored by the game rematch.
Oh, it was such a great opportunity. Sajam's looking to do it once again. And I do say, by the way, if people caught the reference, I said he took a page out of his teammate's book. It's sad that we don't get to see him here, at least for this show match tonight. But Hit, if you remember Taquito, the striker for Beneath Ballistic on the NA side, he has developed that shot as like his go-to shot. It is so ridiculous to see happen time and time again. But it's maybe not as ridiculous as this play right here. Look who it is scoring another goal, his 4th of the match, Curtis. But this time it's not solo ball. It's a great play on with his man up front, Sir Grizzles.
You know, Ferb, I can read the chat, and I'm sorry that I'm annoying you. I'll stop talking about Overdose just for you, homie. I'm so sorry. I'll spend the rest of the broadcast talking about every other team. Don't you worry.
Oh my goodness.
I understand it may not be Ferb, but that's all it is a Twitch chatter. So that's what I'm reading. Don't worry, Ferb64, you got it. I will never mention that team name again. We will only talk about Beneath Reality. Because Twitch chat is always right, right?
They might be right. I will also say it is kind of hard to also not talk about a team when they're one of only 2 teams that we're seeing right now on the screen.
Correct. Yeah, there's 3 teams here. We've only seen the second. We've seen all 3 of them. So, like, my bad. But yeah, I can't talk about that. So Beneath Reality is playing another team that is on the pitch full of 5 players who I'm not going to talk about. Dupe is no way. Brother. Oh, brother.
Oh, Taquito. I don't even know what to say, Taquito. I genuinely...
Beneath Reality got scored on. That's what happened. That's what I'll say
They
about
did.
it.
They
got
did get
scored.
scored
They got scored
on.
on by a team that I can't talk about. So.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't talk about them. What a play!
Yeah, you
once
got
again
it, bro. You got it. Go
on
ahead,
the
pal.
other
Go
end
ahead.
by Curtis. Take a look at the scoreboard, folks. Oh, how about look at the ping as well? My goodness. Okay, but how about 5 goals right there on the side of Curtis, single-handedly again? It's not. I say single-handedly just when it comes to who is scoring the goals right now. A lot of them again, just with his own creative play, just the dribbles on the ground, so well composed. And I think especially over now on this EU home server, you can really see the brilliance arise. And he'll take it off the backboard as he gets duped to dive once again. And why wouldn't you? I mean, he's left alone. How are you leaving Curtis alone right there in a one-on-one with the keeper right in front? Volley shot. Does use backboard brilliantly. Now Sajams with just a close miss, sending it off the far post. IBK, another opportunity. Oh, pass shot, far post. That was, I don't know if you could have placed it any better, but just from that distance, Kawaza does end up making a brilliant save.
No, it was a great save. That's the second time we've seen it from Sajam too. Like, he's had the opening. And like that's why I was like, you know, he needed that other shot. Like he really needed that to fall. In game 1, he was so active on the pitch. And and I'm happy to see it in game 2 that he's stepped up in the front, getting more of an opportunity. Again, God, he's so close to getting these bar down end shots, and he just keeps barely missing.
Grizzle's just going to step up and let it rip, and now another post, this time on the side of Overdose, leads to a 2-on-1 once again here for Beneath Reality. IBK, Sajam's backboard, IBK, another backboard, and somehow the keeper's not able to grab it, and it's a dolphin dive on through to put Beneath Reality back up on the board.
Look, with as much pressure as Sajams was putting on the post and the back wall, they had to eventually get something, right? Like that had to go their way, man. Like, good shout out to IBK for the finisher. That was what we love to see for Beneath Reality. And there's 2.5 minutes left. They're down by 3. It's not impossible. We just got to see some good stabs, some good cuts, and we don't need to see the team I can't talk about score a goal.
And we might have to ask Aziz for some historical knowledge. We've done so many different kinds of show matches over here on the EU side. What is the record for most goals scored in an individual game? I know obviously we're playing again with a boosted timer, but even I know you probably have done show matches before with this boosted timer. We're seeing 6 goals right now for Curtis, and we still have 2.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it sit? Dude, he double hat trick? Good God. Isagi had 6 or 7 against EU Volair. That's crazy.
Turtle, I think Turtle just did that intentionally. Can we ban it?
What?
I think it's time to go home, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time to go on home.
bruh. Hey, yes, scored the goal. I can talk about that.
Yeah. Yes, did score a goal. However,
Hey, yes,
maybe
scored,
not,
bro.
Maybe not the right goal that you would have wanted right there. We do. Oh, this for the first time we can't say mercy rule is in effect here. I think we might have actually had it earlier in the opening match. I think potentially near the end. But 7-2. If there is one more goal scored here by Overdose, it will end the game prematurely, as there is again that 6-goal mercy. Oh my goodness, they might have it brewing. Curtis on the other end. Could he have number 7? As
Okay, hang on. They're dancing, bro. They're doing a tango.
Look at this! Oh my! Curtis! Stop it! Stop it, Curtis! Just having everything he wants. And that's it.
All right, man. All right, dude.
It's unfair. Oh my goodness. Look at Grizzles, by the way. Holy cow.
Yeah, just casually 15 interceptions or 15 passes and 10 interceptions. No big deal. No big deal. Hey, hang on. No. Actually, huge. Look at Yas. 14 passes. We have double digits on Yas moving the ball up the pitch successfully. Again, I think the biggest thing about that for Beneath Reality was it was the, I'm not gonna like say it like this. I felt like the inability to use the space given to him, even though I know it was like, it's moments and times where you're running the play that you know how to do that's going to be successful in every single instance. But like there were so many times where you had this optimized player at the back at the top of the box with Sajams, and you could have had a different pass set up on the opposite side of the box, maybe like spread the defense out a little bit. When Sajams finally stepped up, he looked great on striking. The problem is he just kept aiming at the post. And so that was the only problem. At the end of the day, that was the only issue.
Yeah, I mean, again, Overdose, they showed up, they did what they needed to do, and they're obviously going to be into the finals now, which I think when we get to that finals, I think there's no doubt that they are certainly going to be the favorited team to do the damage in that final without any question. I'll be curious to see the lineup they run. But now I think this is actually almost to the point, Taquito, where this next matchup coming up is probably going to be, I guess, theoretically, our most interesting matchup. You know, two teams, again, equal footing. Kin versus Beneath Reality, both on level points. Which one of them can best the other one and try to get into the final? Now, this does also open up a situation where I guess they could finish level on points if they split wins or if they do a double draw. Then I'm not entirely sure what would happen in that case. I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but I'm excited to see this upcoming matchup nonetheless.
Yeah, let's see who's gonna pop in here. Is it gonna be Zosi and Turtle?
I don't know. I'm going to ignore, by the way, people in the chat, ignore me right now on the, again, I have to do this because some of the things don't pop up. So I'm just going to be manipulating the scoreboard really quickly while we have the opportunity to do so.
I wonder. I hope Turtle pops in here. This could be hilarious.
I think you should.
That was just. I understand why the own goal happened. I just feel bad for it. I feel really bad for IBK, or not IBK, but yes. Well, Aziz, I think, is Aziz moving anybody up here?
I don't know. We might just be balling out here potentially, folks.
Yeah, that's true. Turtle, if you want to yap for a second, if you want to yap for a moment, just hop in the waiting room. Tell Aziz to move you up here. Was good. Oh, he's deafened. He can't hear. Oh, there he is. Okay.
There
Yeah,
we go.
you're not him, Turtle. I stick by what I said.
Okay.
You're not him.
Okay, what the plum? I'm the king, man. That was me.
I'm the king, man.
Bro, we should interview Curtis, though, low-key. I'm just about to get him in here. Curtis
You might
and
get him
Grizz, bro. Because they're both French. Curtis was so excited he finally had a French-speaking teammate. So,
Oh, really?
Nice.
yeah, they had devious connection.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
But I didn't know there was a finals. How does the finals work?
So you're just waiting for the winner of this next match.
Okay, are they tied right now in points?
Essentially,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Guys,
There's Kurdish.
Guys,
It was Kurdish.
Wait, can you move Grizzlies, please? You
Yeah,
need
get
to move
Grizzlies
him.
up
Oh
here
my
in the
God!
alley.
Please, yeah, please get Grizzlies in
Yeah,
here.
yeah, move him, please.
He said, "Move him, please."
Yeah, of course, bro. If I win, it's because he's here, bro. Nah. Bro, 5 pass, 5 goal. What can do? What can do?
What's up, Grizzles?
Hello.
We heard we heard somebody was happy. You know what I'm saying?
Kurdish, what you tell him?
Huh?
What you tell him?
I don't think Kurdish. I think it was Turtle who told us, not Kurdish.
It was me. I said Kurdish is excited to have a French-speaking teammate.
Oh yeah, that last game was the French connection.
It was a French connection.
Go French. Go Grizzlies, talk French. What the fuck, bro? French connection.
I bet you
Don't know
Kurdish is
why
like,
I
wait a
win.
second, hold on. It's like, I don't have to speak English. Oh, this is great.
No, he loved it. He loved it. I
That's
love this
too good.
guy. I love this guy.
My thing is like, okay, so on the EU overdose team, it's you and Zosi. Are y'all both the strikers, Kurdish? Like up top? Are y'all up top together?
Of course.
That's it's diabolical, man. So diabolical. That's insane. So
Nice, good,
on
guys.
so on the EU side, it's Zosi and Kurdish, and on the NA side, it's Kistip and Growl. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I
That
don't know.
duo
bro.
is disgusting. That duo, I've watched this duo for a long ass time, and they are insane together. Like
Yeah.
I can see, and just by playing one game with Kurdish, I can see why.
As well for you, bro.
Hang on. Can we talk about like this is more for Grizzles and Turtle? Can we talk about how Sajams was kind of popping off though?
Oh my god, yeah.
Sajams is
Like
the
Sajams
goat.
kind of popping off, dude.
Like Ballistic is not a bad roster.
Sajams got a lot on his back, dude. That whole ballistic team.
Yeah.
Twizzle is a really good defender. C-Jams plays really well. Hit, very underrated striker.
I
think
agree.
Hit's been scoring on every goalie in North America with his slow shot recently, bro. Literally
Yeah.
everybody. He's fallen victim to it.
Yep.
I was gonna say literally Pelmav. As soon as Sajam scored the lob shot, he was like, he's pulled a play from his teammate's book.
Yeah.
He's so good.
And then
at that game.
Twiz is a crazy blocker.
His defense is very good, I will say.
Okay, hey, hang on.
I believe him.
Even Zosi is saying Twizzle is the truth.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
god,
play
I
together
know.
in MRL.
Yeah, they're on the
Alright.
same team.
All right, Twizzle's is the truth. Zosi confirmed.
If
And then
he
goal-
gets the trademark, it's perfect.
Yeah. Zosi said it. That just means it's real. Oh wait, Growl said it too. It's actually double real.
Okay, yeah.
We just need
Yeah,
we
my
just need
point doesn't matter.
we just need
Growl's
we just
also
need
his teammate.
we need Nova to pop in here and be like, yeah, no, actually Twizzles is the truth because Nova's the goat. So
There we go.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Anyways, though, like to the two matches y'all have played, all three of y'all, what's as playing with EU and NA together? Is there a lot of differences you notice between playstyles?
I think we should just play more often. Like I didn't realize how like even though like we kind of speak different languages, we all speak English, of course, and we play like sort of differently. It's like everybody's kind of connecting pretty well. I mean, we're all passing up open guy, we're calling space correctly. I think that like it's working surprisingly well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I agree. It's different because I've never really played with striker. Because I will say the EU strikers, they have a lot more like bag than some of the NA strikers I've played with.
Mhm.
So it's very impressive seeing, you know, it's like a striker like Curtis and Zosi be able to throw those passes. And like I'm not ready for them because I'm not expecting to be past the ball whenever the striker's in the corner. I'm always used to, you know, resetting it back to my keeper, back to my defender, and then we
Yep.
restart the play. So having, you know, a striker like that is very, very impressive, and that's why that's the main thing I understand. And also the one thing that, well, because I've learned from the EU guys back in my 100x days, I used to play. Funny enough, played with Zosi, played with Hullet. And the only difference I will say that's like very popular in EU is they count down instead of just now.
Yep.
That's the real thing whenever
I like
they-
that.
I like it a lot too. And yeah, they just do 3, 2, 1 instead of just now or go.
Well, that's, I
Well,
was gonna,
you-
I was,
go
yeah, I was
ahead.
gonna ask actually. Because one thing I was wondering was like when you guys, I don't know how much like warmed up you did or whatever, but I know obviously like when you go from any like just a bunch of NA teams just alone, they already have like a bunch of different like play calls and people call different things different things. How have you? How many moments have there been just today alone where you guys maybe like call something and it's like and you guys interpret it differently?
I think we all understood what was being said, but there's just what's called is very different. So for us, it's like, for EU, I'm sure everyone really knows Bandit, just,
Yeah,
passing it near
yeah.
far or whatever. They call
Yeah.
it ping pong. So
Okay.
Call
there's
it
stuff
ping
like,
pong. I like that.
yeah, so
Or six. Growl
six
calls
is
six,
messy.
and they call it messy. I think that's my favorite call. I think.
Yeah, that's true. So they
Ooh.
have like little calls like that. Like we all understand what the play is. It's just they call it very differently.
Okay. Okay. So it's just the terminology. That's it.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Growl's calling you out, Grizzle. He said Grizz
What?
called Zosi on a 3-2-1. The next pass he called me on a now.
Oh yeah, because I'm used to Zosi being like he's confident with the 3-2-1s, and then Grau he's always been now. So I just switch it up.
Okay.
He's a man that can do many things, Taquito. I think we've seen that today alone.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get it. I get it. I just like the other thing too is like watching Dupe play every game because like Turtle, you obviously swapped out with Kawaza, so but like watching Dupe have to play every game was kind of rough. Like I feel like it would be really hard as a keeper on EU ping. What do you think about that, Turtle?
I think if you're above like the limit for like playable goalie has to be like 140 ping. If you're above
Hmm.
like I would say honestly like 120, 130.
Yeah,
Even that is hard. If you're higher than that, dude, I mean, you're basically pre-diving. Like a lot of animations don't work at all. You can't really forward dive, like the ball kind of go through you.
I got you.
Some like dive breaks will just be like ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a huge advantage to have Kawaza in my net in the EU side.
Feel
The
that.
beast,
Feel that.
obviously. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm like on 30 ping on Central, and he's like on 30 ping on EU, so we've got about 100 milliseconds extra. So it's
Exactly.
pretty tech.
He said that's the way to go right there.
It is. It is. That's what we did for
Okay.
the last show match too. We had Titan. He was yeah, 130 was the max that Leitas said. After that, it gets kind of hard. But for the other ones, we would have an East Coast goalie, and then I'd be Central because on old patch, Central to get like 180 ping. So I would not
Okay.
play. I just can't do it in EU, dude. I'm like the world's worst EU goalie. Actually, I played the Elite. There's like this huge tournament in Europe. I played really good in that, but like it's hard. You have to be very mentally focused.
Yeah, played a couple NA tourneys. 130 was the max. I could still do React. Okay, that's tough.
It's very difficult, I will say. Like I've subbed for like I've done those little for fun, EU tournaments, and
Yeah,
playing tournament like on some servers I get 150 ping, and for I will say as the patch has gone on, it's gone a lot more playable as time gone on, but it's definitely very hard.
yeah. I mean, again, the different game that I come from as well. I get it. Grizzles, did you play Rocket League?
I did, yes.
Yeah. So you can imagine. EU
Rocket
ping.
League is a whole different ball game when it comes to that though, because it's physics based.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying. It's just the reaction and all that other stuff too.
Agreed.
We're leaving this lobby. Never mind.
I think what's crazier in the ping was, like a couple months ago, there was this huge tournament in Europe. It was called the Elite. Everybody knows about it on stream, of course.
Yeah.
We played it as an NA team and we ended up qualifying. The like harder than the ping at that point was like their play style. Like, cause I'd never really played Europe.
Yeah.
The misses had not made their way to North America. The sixes hadn't made their way to NA. Like, we were just at a huge disadvantage, bro. It was just watch Cali versus the world up there. I can't lie. He had like 45 goals, 50 goals in that tournament. But we played Orion, and Orion just blitzed us, bro. I mean, they had double misses. They had like back. I mean, I'd never seen plays like that in my life.
Dang, we
They have a
scrimmaged
different
against
way to
a
play the game.
Japanese team. I played at 175.
Oh
Who's that?
my
What's out?
god.
Jesus.
I mean, that is just ridiculous.
I would know. No way, bro. You won't catch
I'd
me.
be
Cali
good,
wasn't
man.
demon time in the Elite.
All right, let's see. So Dupe back in again for Beneath Reality.
Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess-
we're gonna go on into the next one. The last thing I'll say, Grizzles, was it? Be honest with me, right? When you saw your opponent do a 4-box, did you have an initial reaction or no?
Not really, because I've been
Brilliant.
used to it.
Brilliant.
like I've never really cared too much for the forward box, especially recently. Especially now that there are tools to actually like kind of break it down a little bit. But when you see it, you're like, you know, you laugh. You're like, four in the box. All right, call this play. Let's break them down.
Right on, right on. Well, I mean, we're going to be seeing you guys in the final, and I will say you guys are doing definitely something different than the other two teams are, where they're kind of running, like, I guess maybe 5 to 6 different players, and you guys obviously have a full roster of 9 that looks like they're going out there for these games. Do you already have it like lined up when we talk about the final of like who's playing what? Because the final is going to be again another similar to this, where it's like one's an NA server and then one's an EU. Will it probably just be like the same vibes or what?
We'll probably
I
just
think-
do the same teams
yeah.
that are running with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just play it around. We
No
just, like,
shot.
mix
No shot.
What hits back?
What happened?
The king.
Hit is played on Beneath Reality, and bro, they pulled in the big guns in this one, Turtle. They got Skyline.
No,
Skyline
God.
stepping in
no,
the
no.
keeper.
Oh God. Dupe, what happened with Dupe? I want to know.
No, Dupe.
No,
Well, Dupe he's on Beneath Reality. Ken pulled in Skyline.
Oh, Ken.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Skyline played with Ken. That is true.
Yeah. Oh man,
Okay.
this is gonna be a fun
what
one.
I will say, this is going to be very fun because this first game is on Europe servers, and it'll be Duke versus
Exactly.
Skyline and GK.
Oh God.
Hey, they're on even playing ground, even playing field.
They're on even playing field. I will say that.
Oh, this is gonna be great, man. Okay, so everybody's here. You know what? Well, before we send you guys out of here, who you think's gonna meet you guys in the grands? You got your opponent right here.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't know. I think Beneath Reality. Well, I
You
don't
can
know.
call him
Beneath
Beneath
Reality
Reality.
gave the NA team a harder time. I don't know. I feel like Hit's gonna cook up. I got. Is Sejam's playing too or just Hit?
Yes, Sejam's
Yeah,
hit.
Sejam's
Duke,
is
Yas,
Give me
IBK.
Sejam's and Hit, dude. They're my kings.
I'm
Alright.
gonna be on the side of Turtle here. I think it's also gonna be, Beneath Reality / Ballistic.
All right, Curtis, you got something for us?
Curtis
You got a
is-
prediction, or are you just gonna stay muted?
He's trying to
Bro went
lock
away.
in right now, Taquito. Yeah, he's trying to lock
You-
in.
Yeah, bro went away.
He wants his cheese, bro. He wants his cheese.
All right, well, I guess if Bro's not here, you're gonna have to tell Aziz to kick him out of here, guys. Y'all have a good one.
All
We'll
right.
see y'all in the grand
Thank you for
finals. All
having us,
right.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's get
Those
to it,
guys are
folks.
funny.
I know, it's just too good. It's just way too good. We got to fill the time as well, so that's always the benefit right there. But okay, Kin, Beneath Reality, with a chance to go into the finals. They've already played against, if they get to the finals, the team that certainly got the better of them, I think is the best way to put it. Let's see how this one now unfolds. Kin in the all black, Beneath Reality in the all white. A standard game. Again, 10 minutes on the clock. I'm really excited to see how this one goes. Again, with both teams now bringing a new player into the fray here. Taquito on the side of Beneath Reality. The striker Hit. We mentioned him in the other game, even though he wasn't even playing, with the shot that his buddy Sejams was able to pull off. Now let's see Hit, really what he can do here on the EU server as well. And then Skyline, your favorite player, Taquito, the guy that you love to just, you like to make a lot of jokes with Skyline. I know you guys, I think you guys have a bit of a Rocket League connection.
Yes, we
And
do.
that'll have to be on the back burner because guess what's just happened here? King on the side of Kin bags in the opening goal.
All right, but I got to figure out a way to turn this into a conversation about overdose then. No, that was a beautiful shot from King. It was a far post as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good to good heads up on where to place the shot at. Unfortunately, again, first game being on EU, it's gonna be really hard for Dupe to actually guess where that one goes. Minwoo, what a block on Hit's shot.
But again, really, I'm excited to see Skyline in this game. I do know that he was actually a part of Kin, and I said Pudir. I'm not too sure how much longer he's going to be playing with Kin. At least just what I know of the situation there. So I was glad to see him play in that first one. But now in comes Skyline, which is a very, very interesting change. But although, again, it might be a bit of a tough one, given that he is playing his first game on the EU server. But again, as Twirtle and everyone mentioned, again, they're kind of on equal playing field because we saw, obviously, how Dupe basically got scored on in that last game on the EU side. So maybe we'll see an offensive explosion. Maybe we won't. I'm not entirely sure.
It's tough. I kind of hate to see it too. Like Dupe, you can tell, right? You can tell when the moments happen. Hit with a shot. Oh no!
There it is, Taquito. There
Yeah,
it is.
there it is. The lobber, the changeup. Oh man, the signature, if you will.
And it's just so, again, people don't understand. It looks so silly. It looks so silly. But when you're a keeper and everything that you've just been dealing with is just everyone going full power shots, and then you see shots like that where they do the slight curve on it, so your first reaction, again, if you're a reactionary keeper like I am myself, you're going to be diving to that other side because it starts to go that way. But then it curves back with absolutely no velo and just makes you look like an absolute dummy. It's such an unbelievable shot. That hit has been absolutely loving. Oh my, and you've seen him do it again. 2-1, Beneath Reality with Hit. Take the lead.
Now, Hit is one of the players that, like, you talk about really good strikers. I think that Hit kind of also flies under the radar for a lot of people. Sometimes North America side, of course, you know what I mean? Like, we all know how good Hit is, but like results wise, sometimes Hit goes under the radar, I feel, because you got shots like this and people can pick it up. People can definitely grab a technique and employ it in their own arsenal. And dude is, I don't know. Hey, Jean Boo Boo. I say that because I don't hear enough talk about Hit. That's on me. Not rage baiting, but King gets another one back to back.
King does get another one, and shout out to my guy, literally my best friend in the rematch community, Jean Boo Boo, who has found his way into the chat. And I don't know, he might have just said that's rage bait. The shot itself might be rage bait.
Oh yeah,
because,
it is.
I mean,
the shot is rage bait for sure.
It's infuriating. It's, oh my goodness. Oh, Jihad goal almost right there, Taquito. Holy cow. We almost just saw it to take the lead. We have 4 goals, by the way, folks, with only 2.5 minutes played. I think it's certainly the first one that I said was true, the former. That this is certainly going to be a high-scoring bout. And again, think about what's at stake, folks. You really want to win this overall series to see who's going to make it on into the finals, although you have a demon waiting for you on that other end.
You absolutely do. That's the 2 matches we've seen so far. Terrifying. Hit. Put some sauce on that one. There was no soft shot there. IBK has to jams and Hit at the top of the box. Couple of headers trying to feed it over. Back wall. I think Skyline got a deflection with the way the ball moved. It didn't look like it, though.
Yeah, it looks a bit odd right there. I'm not entirely sure what I saw. Just an absolute cluster of people inside that box. But whatever happened, it does keep it away. So good job on it right there, at least from the Kin defensive aspect. Skyline now with the ball at his feet. We'll just bring it on over here for the captain Minwoo with 3 up for Kin. Let's see what kind of play they want to run. They go Naizen right in for King. Oh, how about taking a little recipe out of the book from the other opponent? It's King with a soft lobber down the middle.
The phrase goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Nah, this is actually unreal what we're seeing right now, because you can just tell these players, Taquito, because we said we want to have fun. What we're seeing right now is these players right now are having so much fun.
Yeah,
That
Jean Boo Boo.
adaptation is so good.
It is literally a team of EU and NA players playing together. We're playing on EU servers right now. I think a big thing too that we're seeing is it's the most fun thing to me is when people, I guess they play the copycat player. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's a cool move. I'm gonna try that, and then it works for them as well. And it's like, well, if this is what you guys are gonna do to score, I guess we'll do the same thing. What a block from Minwoo.
Needed a block there badly as Hit was trying to do another goal, the signature shot once again. And I will say, I think, especially in this match, Taquito, that shot is quite literally OP because, I mean, we have NA keepers having to defend that. And what they just said, again, when you're on that higher ping, you almost have to be a little bit quicker. You have to be so sharp and locked in, even just be able to react in time. And so everyone, they're just going to be assuming, obviously, it's the big boom shots coming on through like normal people would normally give. And you're trying to, again, basically almost pre-fire with how quick you have to react to save some of these shots. And then they just start spamming those. It's actually just unreal, like what the keepers really have to go through in this game.
Yeah. It really is. Like, again, you dressed it up perfectly with the, oh my. Did Andy feed that back? I think Andy fed that back to Skyline on a header. That was kind of scary on the reaction. But Andy taking off the right wing from Naizen. King off the post and out. Look, so Jams is on the other team. We got one player hitting the post, the other player hitting the post. Both players throwing lob shots. I mean, we're just trying to copycat everybody's playbook.
Certainly are, and a great pass on out of here by Dupe. Over the top, Yas goes for a switch now here. IBK, Hit still patiently waiting. It'll be IBK off the backboard, and picked up there by Andy. Again, getting Skyline to jump. That's really the name of the game right now. It's just both teams know the status of these keepers, just trying to get them to jump and dive around so they can get a free goal, but that's where the defense, really, honestly, that's why I think we can't really weigh this game on the keepers. You know, maybe the next game we could talk about the keepers in a bit of a more critical light. In this one, it really is just about which defense can step up and start to help out their keeper with some big blocks, because that is certainly the key advantage right now in this game. Still 4 minutes to go. Nizen chapping it up in for King. Nice little rainbow set up here, and King scores another one of his own goals to double up the Kin lead.
Well, I hate to say the overdose prediction so far is not looking too good. But there's a little under 4 minutes left. They're down by 2 on the side of Beneath Reality. Game is definitely still within reach. IBK, hey buddy. There was nobody over there. Honestly, I'll accept it as a pass to yourself potentially, but I guess Yas did not communicate that properly. That was almost a free giveaway, but they keep it out of the corner. Hit goes, but is blocked well by Andy. Andy does get a touch. Slide tackle does find Sajams, but Nizen's right there. Fighting through a lot of traffic here. Knife fight, deflection. Sajams is still able to pick it up. Another good stab from Andy up to King. King cannot actually attack that one. Had to pull back just a little bit. Couple of dance moves around. Shot off the post and in. 5-2. Kin is trying to make the gap even larger.
What a moment here for King. I mean, this is unreal. I thought, you know, he had two options on his left and his right, left alone. Just takes it himself. And how about the slot off the far post, rattles its way on in. And it's looking like this one certainly is getting iced out right now. I mean, again, there's still plenty of time when we talk about a normal game of rematch. Still just over 3 minutes to go. But down 3 at any point, certainly not a spot you want to be in here. If you are Beneath Reality, up top in for Hit, just triple team to the top of the box. Somebody's going to be able to get there and knock it down. So a tough moment right now here for Beneath Reality, as this Kin defense really stacking it up and playing the way that they know how to.
This is... Oh, couple dance moves. Nizen does try to get past the Jams. The Jams picks it up and finds it out. IBK racing down the wing just a little bit, not all the way to the right. There's the pass. Andy throwing the body in the way. Does get it back to Skyline safely. Pass out. King once more. Nizen, right side. Do we have one? Oh, there's a lot. I thought we had the rainbow. I thought we had the rainbow to the lob setup. I thought we were about to see Nizen use the soft shot to get goal number 6.
Would have been a great moment right there for Nizen, who was so enthusiastic in his interview that we had him on here for. He tried to really put on a highlight reel after seeing his partner up there in King really deliver a number of incredible goals in this game number 1. And right now, again, another minute gone by, only 2 to go. It's Minwoo still trying to lock it down here for this Kin team, although King is the only one back on defense.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness, and a huge moment there as they needed it bad. Sajams off the post. Now Andy headed the other way. One-on-one, Nizen up against Yas, and he tries to take it right down the middle, but a great stop there by the aforementioned defender.
Pass up the central lane. King does get in the way. Andy is still able to retrieve. So King will turn this one around. Has the Frenchman over to the right. There's the pass. Tries to secure the ball. King will come in to help. Nizen gets it off the deflect. Slowly setting this one up. King's there off the post and in. And Kin will find number 6.
They've done it again. King fed in by Nizen. It's an absolute steamrolling here on the offensive end, as Kin certainly working up their goal differential, it seems, at least in this game. Which, again, if there happens to be a tiebreaker, I'm not entirely sure what it would be other than maybe some goal differential conversations or who has the upper hand in maybe just this series alone. But in any case, Kin, I think they've got this one in the bag. 6-2 scoreline here. Certainly, a lot of people maybe not would have thought this one was going to go this way. So great work by this Kin team to really have easily their best offensive one. Because again, when we talked about them against Overdose, the difference was Beneath Reality, Taquito, they were actually able to score a number of goals. They just couldn't stop that offense on the other team. Whereas Kin, they only combined for 3 goals in the 20 minutes that they played against Overdose. So for them to double that in just this one game alone, half the time, is truly remarkable to see.
And here I thought your memory was poor. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kin has been playing absolutely amazing. Beneath Reality, I think it's this just been a tough game one. Maybe we'll swap over to North America and see a little bit of a difference. King goes for a 7th. He has a double hat trick now, by the way. King has all 6 goals for Kin.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost right off the back of what we just saw Curtis do in the other game for Overdose, and King now doing it himself. Still has an opportunity maybe for one more. Let's see if they go for it. They get it back here for Skyline, whose defense again has been helping him. Taquito, I need you to get your guy in check.
I can't. That's not. This one's not going to be on me. That's not my problem.
It's on Taquito, everybody.
Nope, not my chair, not my problem. Nope.
We'll just act like it never happened, I suppose. But
Exactly, yeah, it's 6-3, 4 seconds
yeah,
left. You know what I'm saying?
it's not like it matters, I guess, anyways. It's a dominant victory regardless there for Kin, but little bloop at the end will make a little bit of dramatics at the end of this one. 6-3 final score. A strong victory here for Kin, and all they need now to play for is at least a draw, and they would be going on into the finals.
Why is you said this and then homie pings me? I don't like this, bro. I don't like this.
Deserved.
No, it's not. It's not my fault.
Deserved.
What are you talking about? It's Skyline's fault. He's playing the game. I didn't do anything. I didn't make him do it.
By proxy, I think it's your fault.
By proxy. Ah.
There we go.
So just because I know the guy or something.
Yeah, just because you know the guy.
Okay.
What does it matter? You also know the guy that just won the game, Taquito. So that's at least if that's anything, then that means you can almost say that you share a win by proxy.
Well, that's you, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. You know the guy too. Like, what do we do? What are we talking about here?
Here we go.
Yeah. So you're the winner. I'm the loser. Is what I'm hearing.
Oh man. But okay. Okay. Now, okay, let's talk about this. This is an interesting note right here. If you're in this lobby, oh no, I got to invite you into the lobby, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to do something.
Yeah. Let me go ahead. But you'll see when you join in this lobby. Take a look at the side of Kin. Tell me what you notice.
All right. Hold on. I'm getting in there.
Maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back, Taquito. You can't have a moment like that, you know?
Oh no. Poor Skyline. He got one game. That's it.
Skyline moves to the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, Pudiro is back in to play the NA game. That's kind of mean, honestly. Skyline, they bring him in for one EU server match, and then they ban him away.
Pudiro was like, I'm not doing it again. You can't make me. Hey, hold on. Look over on the Kin side.
Yep.
The GOAT is on the Kin side, or the Beneath Reality side.
Yes, Twizzle is back on, but it does take Hit back off, believe it or not. So trading away offense for defense in this situation for a team that did, again, lose by what really would have been 4 goals in that game. So a very interesting decision. Again, I think just playing into the server aspect, trying to get more defenders on this side. So I'll be interested to see maybe how this one plays out.
I would too. I think because that'll move. It moves Yas up towards the front with Sajam. It pushes everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna put IBK, Yas, and Sajam.
But what they did last time was when they played on the NA, they played IBK and Yas as the front 2, and Shazam's was kind of a CDM. But these last couple of games now on the EU side, Shazam's has been a lot more aggressive. So I don't know if they're gonna maybe go back to what they had beforehand in their opening game, or if they're going to change it up a little bit more. I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when the formation hits the pitch. I will say shout out to Kin not changing a single member except for Skyline one time.
Shout out. Oh, it looks like we're actually leaving the game really quickly. We'll have to remake it, folks.
Oh, Hit is back.
Oh, maybe that's why they messed it up. Or they needed another lobby because they said we got to get Hit back in here. Okay. And Twizzle, I guess, is still here, right? Yeah. Oh, but no, they can't. They can't run Twizzle because they have to... Remember, that was the rule that we had. It was the 3-2 split, right?
Yeah, this can't happen, right? It has to be Yas.
Because this would be 4 NA, yeah.
It has to be a Yas.
So they are going to go... Yeah, I guess Hit is going to be out.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Got to play by the rules at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Oh Lord.
Be certainly
so let's see.
a very fun one, though. 100%. Again, it's the final one. By the way, folks, if you guys have been following along, we are, after this one, will be just over, or actually, we're approaching the 2-hour mark right now. And then we will still have the finals to get to, which right now, again, coming in, the finals was slated to be 2 15-minute matches. I have a feeling, I mean, it might be reduced to just the 10 that we were running with beforehand. We will have to see, but in any case, we're back, at least for game 2 of this one. Again, Kin, all they need is at least a draw in this game, which we haven't seen a draw at any game so far here tonight. Will we see it in this final one? I'm not entirely sure, but let's see how Beneath Reality gets off to the races, although I will say their opening possession might not be very much a promising one.
Yeah, that one went by the wayside a little too quickly. Oh, good block from Yas. Do we find possession? Oh, yeah, no, Twizzles is able to pick it up. IBK off the right. Andy is there, does snag it. Oh, that was tough.
And he does take it away. Good back heel now on a switch here for Naizen. We'll be looking for King near side off the wall, trying to head it on through. And he does get it to go over the defender. Great play here by King. And a man who scored 6 goals in game 1 has scored the opener in game 2.
7 goals, man, between 2 games so far is an insane statistic. I gotta say, that's absolutely incredible in and of itself.
It's absolutely stunning what we have seen from this entire Kin offense. But again, in particular, King, who has just been pretty much having his way with this Beneath Reality defense. Just truly remarkable. Even now, obviously, on the NA side, didn't even take him a minute for him to score his opening goal. And I think Kin right now certainly going to be happy with themselves with the way that this one has gone, at least the series beforehand. And now this game, at least certainly starting off on the right note. IBK looking in for Yas. Good block on the way back. And I can't even believe I have to say his name, but how about King, Taquito, of all people, being the one to get that block?
That's just what it is. It's a full utility player. It's kind of what you want to have on your side. Naizen dances around, has King, but the block is better. Twizzle throwing down 2 on Andy as well. Does secure the possession. Isn't going to feed it to Dupe. Finds IBK on the opposite wing. Yes, moving towards the penalty dot. There's the pass. There's the shot. There's the goal. What a turnaround here for Beneath Reality.
And they needed it really, really bad as Yas does go up into the attack here on the NA side. So they're sticking with this strategy. Great ball in, right side, able to beat out the defender Minwoo, and also able to close that space, at least against the keeper, and beat him out into that near post. Tie game, 1-1 here. It's a similar start from the other one, but oh my goodness, as they saw Dupe very much so not centered, and so King just lets it rip, but Dupe certainly had that one quite comfortably, at least I would say. IBK now on the other end, trying to at least maintain the ball for now. Trying to force anything. He'll play it up left side with Shazam's there. On in for Yas, looking for number 2. And a good save on the forward jump by Pudiro.
I've got a question here in the chat. Turtle's saying, is Yas a CDM?
And that is honestly, again, that's a great question because I mentioned at the top, when it comes to Beneath Reality, I actually haven't been, I haven't seen a lot of Beneath Reality EU actually in quite some time. And this is these are a couple of guys I haven't really often seen. I feel like I've seen them at least maybe once or twice before. But again, with the way they're playing, I don't have a definitive answer for you guys. And I think Taquito can see that as well because they're playing. I mean, look at the way they're playing. Again, they have Shazams and Twizzle on D.
Hey.
Oh my lord. King! What are we doing?
Bouncing off both posts and going in?
Yeah, I don't even, I mean, that is remarkable. I mean, again, you know what it is? I don't know what's happened today, Taquito, but we often get into a train of thought, and then they just score like the craziest goal, and we have nothing to do other than just be in awe at what we've just seen, because the timing is unreal, and especially like that. I mean, I'm just trying to answer the chat's question, and then King just does something like that. How about 8 goals now for King in 13 minutes? That is diabolical, is for me the best way to describe it. So Jams over the top in for Yas. Good block there by Minwoo. But again, bring it back full circle with Yas. Again, what they're playing is they're just going to whoever is the I guess the visitors, if you will, in the server. They're playing as the attackers in this one. So very, very interesting.
Yeah, it is. I would kind of like to see what the typical EU formation is here for Beneath Reality. 1, 2, 3,
Ooh.
4. The setup.
Oh.
What a save from Dupe.
That is an amazing setup, and we haven't seen anything like that at all here today. And I think the reason for that, again, at the end of the day, is these guys, they're, you know, some of them may be playing to get with each other for the first time, believe it or not, with different regions. And so those complicated or complex play calls and stringing together a lot of passes, you know, you got to have a lot of positional awareness, and probably just why we haven't seen a lot of those overall well thought out plays that we normally see with just teams alone, especially on the EU side. But I'm glad to see one right there. But Dupe, who again has certainly been tested, I think is the best way to describe it, in the games that he's played so far here tonight. Certainly making a huge save right there for Beneath Reality to, again, keep his team within arm's reach of this one.
Absolutely. We see a nice pass over. Minwoo looking for King. Body block from Sajams is good. Needs to get it out instantaneously. Does. Go through traffic. Yes. Finds IBK. There was a shot. Oh, I don't think he could take it in time. I think the character was still trying to gain like a solid bit of possession. There was an open net opportunity just very briefly for IBK and unfortunately couldn't strike.
Yeah, it was a really close call right there. He tried to get it off in time, but he just misses the window, and second effort as well, not able to get to it. IBK trying to leave that one up in the air there for Yas, maybe a bit too close, no diamond. Now Yas trying to play it on back here for Sajams, but Minwoo just such a strong presence for the longest time in the role that he's always held, that anchor role for the man of the organization. Andy, Nizen, left, King, backboard, trying to follow through now on the ground. But there is Twizzle. Again, a man that was given a lot of praise just a couple moments ago, showing his true defensive prowess for a huge stop.
Pass out is good. Nizen needs a little bit of breath. Minwoo finds Andy, far left side. King waiting at the dot. Body blocks the jams. They still maintain the possession, though Kin is... They're in the best position currently. That stab was good from Sajams, but Andy and Sajams are fighting over it. Who decided Kin is going to continue to keep the ball for this possession time being. King yet again waiting for the opportunity to strike. The iron may be hot, but it's not hot enough. Twizzle, good stop for that one. And unfortunately, Beneath Reality, they don't get to keep the ball for a while. But Kin still trying to cook up their offensive play, and it's working its way through. They are wearing down the defense ever so slowly.
They certainly are wearing them down, and Beneath Reality, they need to get this ball to the GK. In a moment like that, we'll just do the trick, as it's Minwoo looking for King on that right end. Falls its way directly into the hands of Dupe. Sajams now will go off B-wall. IBK outside top, boxing for Yas. Bit of a log jam instance. Kind of cancels that animation, at least on my end, where the shot still goes off, kind of deflected up into that wall side once again. So probably the most defensive game, or at least least scoring game we have seen on the broadcast tonight, Taquito, as we have only 3.5 minutes to go, and there's only 3 total goals scored at this point. And right now, Beneath Reality again looking for the equalizer. IBK finding some space. Oh, and a slide tackle from Yas. How about this play from Yas to score the level goal? Are you kidding me?
It looks like Pudiro scored it, but I mean, obviously it was the slide tackle. I'm fully aware, but wow, that was unexpected.
I think unexpected is probably the best way to put it. I don't know. Again, you never really know if it's intentional, but it almost feels like that one almost had to be, because I mean, he's just brute force. He sees the keeper, the ball's going to be at his feet, just slide and maybe just try to beat it before he can grab it with his hands. And that's exactly pretty much what happened. He just forcibly pushed that ball over the line. It was a very interesting moment. So we've got ourselves probably the closest game now as well at this time left on the clock. 2-2, under 3 minutes to go. And again, right now, we don't really know exactly what the qualifications are for the tiebreaker. So in any case, it feels like Kin is relatively comfortable, but who knows of what we've got going on here, as Pudiro does snag that one off the backboard. Now plays it up forward here for Andy, as Kin looks to go on the other end, right side. Nizen, good touch of the header. Now works his way in, extra effort, tries to play it as the 6 play, or as what Grizzle's called on the east side. I believe they said it was the Messi, and not able to work out. Now IBK blocked up there by Minwoo.
Yeah, this is what they're saying is GD in the series. So essentially, Kin needs to win or draw.
Well, the only way, if it's goal differential in the series, then that means that Beneath Reality would have to absolutely decimate Kin here in the final 2 minutes of this game as Naizen looked to change that. Yeah, bicycle outside, good save by Dupe, but again, I'm not too sure if they're aware of whatever the stakes may be. Again, we're obviously having some fun here, but if Beneath Reality do look to advance, again, they would certainly have to turn up the Jets with at least 3 goals with the time that's remaining.
Oh, for sure. And it's gonna be pretty hard to do so. Oh my, almost got Dupe with the little nice lob shot. IBK takes this one down the right wing. We may see a pass opportunity to Yas. No, instead we're gonna turn it around. But we need goals, lots and lots of goals, and unfortunately we're not seeing that right now. Yas can't pick it up. Yeah, never mind. I lied. He gets it out of the corner, past central. IBK is trying to get the diamond. Isn't able to, but picks up possession nonetheless. Jams is right there in the middle, but couldn't get the pass off. And time melting away for Beneath Reality.
You have to wonder if you're going to see Sajams play a bit more aggressive on the offensive end here in that final minute, at least to try to get his team a win. Even if it doesn't get them into the finals per se, just to be able to have a win here on this match tonight would be a big deal. IBK right side. It is Yasto still left alone. PK outside. Slams it home into the bottom right corner. And just like that, Beneath Reality have taken the lead with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, this one... Unfortunately, I don't think a win here even helps them, right? They still don't have enough points to actually move it through.
Again, it would be, a win would put them level on points with Kin. But again, it would come down to that goal differential, which right now, because of what the King performance was in that first game that we saw, that's certainly going to be the difference maker. It feels like right now, Yas trying to at least give him some spark here, but Andy now tracking back, playing some great defense. Budiro just lobbing this one up over the middle. Naizen swinging on over here for Minwoo. Kin trying to come back level of their own, as he does take it a bit far outside. King doesn't have it initially, now picks it up. Intercepted there by Sajams. Final countdown. And it looks like Beneath Reality going to just look to hold on to this one and say they've gotten themselves a victory, although it is taken by King. Plays it up forward for Naizen, and what a jab by Twizzle to seal the deal here in the regular round robin, if you will. 3-2 final score. Beneath Reality sharing 3 points here with Kin.
So that still, unfortunately, ends the series regardless with Beneath Reality not moving forward, right? In the case of a tiebreak?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure I understand that all correctly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in plain terms, that does mean that it'll be Kin versus Overdose in the final.
All right, just making sure I understood that correctly.
Again, ignore me, folks, by the way, as I very quickly manipulate the scoreboard while we wait for, I believe, somebody to maybe pop in here for an interview.
Potentially Sajams and IBK. Unfortunately, though, while you're doing that, I do need to go to the bathroom.
You're good.
So
go ahead. I'm
right
here.
back.
Let me do random. Yeah, so guys, again, we are doing a final, which, again, it is going to be a couple of matches played on both of the servers. Again, so there'll be like an NA section, like an NA half and an EU half to split up how that final is going to be played. So it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. Leave your predictions up in the chat. Maybe if we can have somebody, like, I don't know, maybe Aziz is listening on, or maybe somebody else that has the possibilities of the set a prediction maybe in the chat for people to put some points here on whether Overdose or Kin is going to be winning this one. I think I know where most of the points would go, but you can never count out Kin, especially with the way that they've turned it up here, folks. Especially with the way they've turned it up.
Minwoo. What's up, Kistiff?
Oh, I thought Kistiff joined the call. You scared me there for a moment.
No, he's in chat.
I was going to say Kistiff. I mean, why haven't we seen Kistiff on the pitch today?
He doesn't feel like playing, probably.
Man.
Imagine if it was Kistiff and Zosi. Oh, they're just ready. I don't.
Well, we don't have a code yet, so don't worry.
Yeah, no interview.
That's all right.
You know
But
what?
they were
You know
trying
what?
to
You know what? I'm gonna interview you, pal. How was that? How was your game? How was your game, huh?
How was my
You have a good
game?
game? Yeah, do you have a good game?
It was good. You know?
Yeah. You get some good saves.
On the EU side, I let in 10 goals, didn't save one.
Ah, that's tough. I hate to see it.
It was tough. It was tough.
How about
But,
that
I
NA
mean,
side though? How about that
The
NA
NA
side?
side, NA side is certainly much better. Only allowed 9.
Hey, improvement, guys. You hear that? Improvement. Can I get claps in the chat for Pelmav, please? Can I get claps in the chat?
I do want to shamelessly, if we're being serious for a moment, I will say that I did play MRL playoffs last night, and my team we did indeed win our first round matchup. It's a best of 7. We won 4-2 in that series. So, Plumber Academy, we're going on into the semifinals. So shout out to all my teammates.
Oh, we got an invite. Hold on.
We certainly did. And by the way, we can't update, by the way, because the original plan, folks, was we were going to be doing, the final was going to be 15 minutes each game rather than the 10 that we see. But I think just with the duration of how this one's gone, naturally, we're going to be kicking this off with just 10 minutes, the same length as the other game. So it'll be, again, the final split into 2 halves, 10 minutes each, one on NA, which the first game is going to be on NA, and then the second one will be on EU. And just the total goal aggregate is what is going to determine who wins the overall final.
Yeah, we got a new lobby. There we go. Here's what I'm hearing. If Kai cannot get into the lobby, it's GG's. Like, it's GG's. We can't play.
All right. So let's take a look at the lineups. We know what we're probably going to expect from the side of Kin, at least, again, because the only change I think they've made so far was, again, they had Skyline in net for one game, and then I think that might have been it, right, Taquito? Was just Skyline Pujero swap?
That was it.
And then the Overdose, again, they're very much different in that they are going, again, with a completely kind of different lineup. And we do welcome back in Grau, who played the first 3 games of the stream and then obviously has not yet played since. And he's going to be alongside a couple of his NA teammates, namely Turtle and Fear. And then the 2 EU members are going to be Ryu and Zosi. So Ryu and Zosi out there. So no Curtis. They're going to save Curtis for the EU game, it seems.
That's a valid choice.
Looks like we're just waiting on one player right now, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely settle on in. We'll see how this one goes. Again, Overdose, they've won their 4 wins in 4 on the night. So certainly have the upper hand, I would say, going on into this final. But you never know. You just genuinely never know. They might try some crazy stuff just for whatever reason. Or, you just never know. That's the best way I could put it.
Absolutely. If you don't know, well, now you still don't know.
100%.
All right, who's our last? It's not Ryu.
No, yeah, Ryu's. Oh, here we go. It is. Wait. Oh my!
It can't happen. It can't happen.
No,
It couldn't happen.
no. Wow, that's actually gutting. Maybe he'll show up for the EU one. Maybe he shows up for the EU one.
We'll see. We'll see.
For people in the chat, it was Deadsy who found his way into the lobby, but he very, very quickly got Thanos snapped out of here, so that's a bit unfortunate.
Okay, there we go. This makes more. So Ryu is actually going to step into this team composition. Interesting. Because Ryu hasn't played with this team composition yet.
Yeah, they've been doing like what they've done is they've run like similar teams, but they are like dependent on the server, but they have had like one tweak in there each time.
Yeah.
And so I think, yeah, this is just going to be a good one to go for.
Minwoo.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. They are indeed playing Overdose later today. I mean, hey,
matches,
it's a
dude.
good warm up. Good warm up, right, Minwoo?
Yeah.
But okay, it looks like we're starting.
Oh.
Which is a good thing. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in the finals with the matchup that kicked off our broadcast here on the Showmatch. United we stand. Two finalists, Kin and Overdose. Overdose 4 wins in 4. Kin only 1 win in 4, yet they make it into the finals anyways, Taquito. Let's see maybe what they can put together. Do they have any strategy in mind? We're going to find out.
Strategy is put the ball in the goal. I don't know if you know that, but that's the strategy.
That may be a good strategy, and also a good sign, by the way, folks. Please ignore me while I have to change the scoreboard once again.
Yes. Production. Zosi chance at the start, but will be defended well by Andy. So Pudiro will have to pick this one up and at least get a start in possession. Nizen is just all the way down the right wing alone. King at the penalty dot. There's the pass. There's the 6. It's good. Messi for goal 1. King, the striker.
Yep, beautiful play call right here. And Kin, they've once again, it's similar to the very first game we saw between these two sides to start our stream. It was the opening goal scored by the side of Kin. So a great start, not even 30 seconds into the game. And now let's see what Overdose can continue to adjust. Again, no fear for them in terms of actual no fear. They actually have fear on the pitch, but probably no, wavering of confidence, if you will, in their abilities to get a goal back, as it is Zosi trying to thread it into that bottom right corner. But Pudiro making a great save. Certainly going to have a great performance, at least is the goal right here on the NA side. A lot of expectations riding on it. Got to have your best on this one, because who knows what's going to happen over there in the foreign region as a GK.
Lots of stabs. Andy is able to pick it up. Has King, but the ball wasn't moving with enough pace. Blocked away by Fear. Stab as well. Overdose. Take this one back. And Zosi waiting for one. Minwoo on it almost immediately. King to turn this one around, but will opt for an open player in Nizen. Nizen will try to play this one back. Has the opposite wing, Minwoo. There's the pass. There's the shot. Back wall will be picked up easily by Turtle. Oh, that was a good slide tackle from Minwoo. Maybe Andy can get there in time. He does, and they are able to steal the possession away. Good play there from Kin.
Yeah, really strong start for them right here. Although, as I say that, Minwoo immediately with a bit of an errant back heel pass there, looking for Andy. Now gives it away. Grau in for Zosi. Bottom left. Oh, it was curving that way as well, but what a save down low. 2 great ones in the opening 2 minutes for Pudiro, and it keeps Kin in the 1-goal lead right now. Again, certainly just trying to spark up maybe a bit of conversation right here. Andy over the top in for King, who is just looking to continue his unreal performance in that other series up against Beneath Reality. We'll see. He has already got 1 goal up on the board. How many more can the man score going up against a defense such as this?
It was an interesting pass out. Grau tries to find Zosi. Minwoo great on the block. Off the back wall, or side wall, excuse me. It's blocked well. Grau to receive. Shots on target, but it's a little wide. Pudiro picks that one up, and Kin still remain in the lead 1-0.
Yeah, and again, another one off the wall right there, but Pudiro just cheating onto that side a little bit, able to reach it in time, so it doesn't, not a threat, obviously, of a follow-through there from Grau. Nizen in for King, goes off the backboard. Turtle does go diving, but some good help defense there. Ryu man marking against Andy to avoid what would have been a tragedy there on the side of Overdose. Now Fear off B wall. Grau right side, a drag shot, and slammed in by Zosi. And there he finally is. A beautiful setup play here from Overdose, and this game is tied.
I tried not to use the word inevitable too loosely, but man, it's hard. It's hard when talking about Overdose. At the same time, Kin opening the scoring in this game one, I think, is the most important thing for them. Winning this specific game is going to set the tone for what could be the rest of the other games in this series. But the conversation still kind of leans toward if Kin can actually do it. So, damn.
Wow. From
Damn,
way
damn, damn,
downtown Taquito. Bro, I mean, you know what? I love when players do this just to have the awareness to step up and fire when the keeper's out. But I felt like in that situation, I didn't think he was going to be able to score. I thought Pudir was honestly like pretty decently there still, but just perfectly slotted by Grau. That is unbelievable.
I feel very bad. I feel very bad for Caster cursing that. I'm so sorry, Ken. I'm so sorry.
Wow, wow, wow. What is there even to say? It is a bit of a Caster curse, but you know, we try not to believe in those things around here. Zosi outside, right into another goal. And you know what, Taquito, maybe we do take all the blame, as it looks like Overdose is starting to, you know, capitalize on that previous one and really get off to the races here, as they've got a multiple goal lead now out of nowhere with still plenty of time to go. So you can't be rattled if you're King. You still have so much game time, but certainly maybe not how you wanted to go after the first 2 minutes were so great that these last 2 minutes have certainly been a dagger into the chest.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from them. They started the game amazing. Like, Ken really did start with such full force offense, and I think this is just Overdose being Overdose. Like I told you earlier, the snowball effect, man. The moment it starts, it's so hard to stop the team, and they're proving exactly why they have that innate ability.
Yeah, and they're playing so fast right now. They're winning these balls up high on the opposing half, and it's basically just giving the keeper Pudiro and the defense just basically no time to like settle in at all, you know. So they're a bit frantic right now, just trying to make the initial read that they see, and it definitely is proving to be a serious struggle out there right now. And look, here it is again, quickly up with a couple of first touch passes. Now Zosi on the ground, and Pudiro able to step up to the PK dot and make a huge save down low, but. Man, oh man, 3-goal deficit out of just nowhere. Jaylee just blinked, and this game has completely turned around on its head. King, though, will earn one back for Kin, so it's certainly not over yet, as we've been telling you. But obviously, we'll need many more of those to come.
Now, this one is... This is where we've got to stem the bleeding, at least. So, we've got at least one goal to cut the lead in half. And if we can find one more, which I do believe they can, given the way King has absolutely put on a clinic shooting pretty much all day today, I would like to see one more solid goal. One more solid goal here, Andy, to potentially set this one up. There's King. He does get the possession. Oh, my. Was almost able to drag that one through on a pass kick, but good looks on Turtle to save that one away.
Yeah, brilliant save right there by Turtle when his team needed it really, really badly to try to at least, again, hold on to this nice cushion of a lead that they've gained themselves with really all of their, again, 4 goals scored within the span of a minute, pretty much. Inside for Grau, looking for number 5, and he's gotten it to go with an unfortunate turtle dive on the other end by Pudiro. Look at this, it's coach against coach. You see in this right now with the special skins, Grau and Pudiro, 2 guys that always rock it, and it looks like Grau, just the better version right there.
I want to know, like, at the end of this all, like, it kind of like what the comms look like. That's really where I'm wondering, like, what may be off just a little bit, because Ken are still getting really. Oh, that was not good. It's a very free turnover there for Ken. I like the idea from Min Woo. Good block as well. Tries to get the stab on Ryu. Actually does successfully get it. King and Nizen both set up, long clear over. Nizen not exactly able to grab the possession. Does use the extra effort. Gets out of the way. Pass back. Andy still has King at the dot. There it is. And it's a great block from Fear.
Great block indeed. Now Grau able to gravitate two defenders towards him, plays it to the open man in Ryu, up in for Zosi, and a great block now by Minwoo when his team certainly needed it. Now fought for in the corner again. Grau still trying to win it up high, not able to do so that time around. Naizen pops EE, is going on a run now. Plenty of grass in front of him to work with. Looks for King, heads it on down for some control, trying to now take it on the ground himself. He's got Andy as an option to his left. He'll take it himself, and diving into his left side goes Turtle to make another incredible save.
Up to Zosi, back over to Fear. Grau waiting at the dot for a potential bomb towards the central. It's not going to come this way. There it is. Zosi fires. 3 jump to block. They are successful in the deflection. Grau, though, Zosi working together in tandem. Shot top corner, and it doesn't matter. Zosi increases the lead by 4.
Good as gold once again here with Zosi. Just keeping it simple. Trying to second guess Pudiro mentally here, just rifling it up into that near post when he wasn't fully on over into that side. It's such a tough one to react to. You got to be basically almost pre-diving at that range. And so a great shot by Zosi. And as Taquito mentioned, a 4-goal lead. Just when it felt like Kin had a bit of life to them coming back into this game. Overdose, that's what they do best. They just take it away from you. And right now, they are playing just, again, a flawless night of rematch, it seems, here in this show match number 12. King up top in for Naizen, who was actually given a lot of space there, but maybe kind of ran away from where that pass ended up going. Now Andy trying to bring it on in. It is King off the left wall. Picked up now by Fear, and some really, really great composure there from the anchor at the back.
It was a good block. Minwoo is trying to get it away from Grau. Couple of stabs, pass out central. Andy up to King, 1v1 with Turtle. There's the pass, Kank low into the corner, close post. They get the lead back to half once more.
Yeah, and this time around, Turtle not even playing with the dive opportunity, just tries to stay in front of him. It's the tough game you have to play as a keeper in this day's game, and he's unable to get there in time. You can see that dash just a little bit late, but it's so hard because that pass shot, again, it comes off so fast, so quick that you just really aren't even able to really get much of a chance at trying to get to it sometimes. So a great shot, though, right there from King as he bags home another. A 3rd goal here for Kin. 8 minutes gone by, but still a 2 times as many goals scored lead here for Overdose, and maybe looking to get it back up to 4 as they send it over the top. Now Zosi, not going to take it himself, plays it on back for Fear. Whole Overdose team up on the attack here, Taquito, and a double team on the side of Grau is able to knock it loose.
Which pass up there. Oh, yeah, right. Zosi right in front of the keeper, and that's... It's gotta be frustrating. You know Pudiro has to be frustrated.
Yeah, he's certainly frustrated, because that's the trait that Grau, again, he embodies the Overdose NA team and how they want to play, because he is the cam, again, he's the leader of the team, and what he does when it comes to the defensive end, he does all of his defense for the most part, again, a lot of it in that opposing half, especially that final third. You know, like he loses the ball there in the corner, and you think, oh, well, 2 guys on him, like he's not going to be able to win it back. But he does. That's what he does. And then he tries to get it up. Immediately there, Zosi playing into that fact is just ready in position, and it's just an easy one-on-one. So it's just way too easy right now for Overdose with that. You know, we're going to win this ball back no matter what up top if we can. Ryu off the wall, shot wall that is. Zosi on in, trying to just sneak it in there. A little cheeky shot from Zosi, but a good save by Pudiro. Only a minute to go, Taquito, and right now I think this lead might be uncomebackable. Made a new word up for you right there, and especially if Grau can tack on another, but he loses the ball there to Pudiro.
Uncomebackable. I do like the made-up word. We may have to use that moving forward. There's the cross towards it. Net. It's off the back wall. Turtle easily saves that one away. Ryu chance to turn it the opposite direction. Grau at the penalty dot. There's the shot off the back wall. Possession's not exactly handled by Zosi. Ryu picks it back up. We'll play this back. Turtle pushed a little far up. It's a little brave with Andy rushing in, but they'll bait the defense all the way up. Ryu now with Grau right side. Zosi in the central. Pass is a little too wide. But like he said, not enough time on the clock. There's no way they could do it now. Game 1 will be over to Overdose, and it's another one in for Grau.
Just an absolutely ridiculous touch right here by Grau. Just knowing, again, the game IQ so high for the coach right here at the team. And Grau, just a nice chipper, left free. Pudiro trying to grab it, but he just takes it off the back wall and heads it on through for free. How about 8 goals? I think that's the highest mark, Taquito, if my memory serves me. Maybe it's tied, but it feels like that's the most goals scored by any team in a given match so far here tonight.
I think it is as well. And hey, tied for the road. We have Minwoo putting one in here. At least, I mean, or well, tied half. Excuse me. They have to lead once more for the road. Get a little momentum booster, maybe rolling in to game number 2. But still, the Kin. I don't want it to be understated. They started this game off incredibly well. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Whatever.
Whatever. That's really all I can say. Just, I mean, was there a need to score these last couple of goals? No, there wasn't. But Zosi felt obligated to might as well hit the number 9 mark, folks. 9 goals in 10 minutes. And it almost puts into question, Taquito, if there's even a point in playing this next 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah, because what? Goal differential doesn't matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think a goal differential doesn't matter, but if they do, like, well, if they finish, how do I say this? I think if they, I don't think goal differential matters at all. I just think if Kin wins, then they might, actually, no, goal differential does matter, I think, in the final, because it's an aggregate over the 2 games, right?
Yes.
Yes, so the only way that there would ever be a reverse outcome is if Kin is able to win the next game by 5 goals, and then it would send it to a tiebreaker. But if they win by 6, then they would just outright win. But if they win by anything less than 5, then they would just be cooked.
Yes.
So, certainly a difficult situation, you'd have to say, at least for Kin.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Like, they would need a very large number of goals to come back at all, to be anywhere near what they needed to be for any kind of tiebreaker or any kind of like scenario.
Yeah.
There would need to be a very large number of goals scored. They would have to score once every possession they get. They'd have to score every single possession they got.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. And what we've seen against Overdose tonight is that is just simply not possible. And I mean, I would think coming into the game that scoring 9 goals or so is probably impossible, but we did just see it on the side of Overdose. Again, just a testament to how great of a team they are. But my goodness, what is there even to do now here, folks? Still got 1 more to go, it looks like. And I don't know what Kin is going to have to be able to do here to try to turn this one around. I genuinely don't have any sort of solution for them.
I wish I had one for them as well. I don't think I do, buddy. Oh, Skyline stepping in. That's a solution.
There it is, the EU keeper.
The EU keeper.
Oh, look who's in! I'm stunned.
Oh, man.
I'm stunned.
Oh, man.
Oh!
But we didn't get Deadsy, but we got Kistiff.
Kistiff is in the game. Look at this. They might be going a whole new 5. Might as well.
Kistiff, Hullet, Grizzles.
Sir Grizzles. Oh,
No, Turtle's still there. Turtle's still there.
Okay. Well, maybe. Well,
No, there's
it's gonna-
Kawaza. There's Kawaza.
Yep. Kawaza, which then means, I guess Kurdish comes in, right? Oh my God,
Probably.
we might see Kurdish and Kistiff up front. Oh,
Nah, bro.
Oh,
No, dude. No.
That might be pretty unreal.
No way.
I feel like we kind of need to see that though, Taquito.
Well, yeah, Turtle's definitely not playing because Kawaza's here. So
Yes.
it has to be Kurdish.
It has to be. Because it has to be, well, it doesn't, I guess it could be an NA player technically.
Yeah. But it would just be Fear, right?
Well, they have Hullet, so they wouldn't really need Fear.
No, yeah. That's right. They do have Hullet, so it wouldn't be Fear.
I mean, yeah, you're
Okay,
just
so
looking
they
for...
have the Striker. Grizzles
Well,
is
it depends.
CDM, right?
Well, because again, you can play Grizzles wherever, to be honest. So that's
that's
why I'm
true.
saying, like,
That's
you
true.
can kind of just, whoever can come in, I mean, we don't really know.
Right.
Because if
But
Grizzles
it has
takes-
to be
I
an
mean,
NA player. It's an
yeah.
NA player. It's not.
Well, it can be an EU player, right? Because it's 2-2 split
Right.
right now.
Right. Look, it's me, actually.
Oh, it's Feisty Taquito. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in as CB. You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time you played CB in a game of Rematch, Taquito?
A very long time.
Yeah, that adds up. That adds up.
It is Kurdish.
Wow. All right, folks. It'll be Kurdish and Kistiff up front, and Sir Grizzles is still also there. So, I mean, I think all the theory. Yeah, I think it's just for vibes at this point. I mean, I generally don't think there's any possible way. I mean, especially when you think about the lineup that they're running with Grizzles, Kistiff, and Kurdish. I mean, I don't know. Like, they might just score. Like, what's stopping them from scoring at least 6 goals minimum?
Skyline.
Skyline. I was gonna say Skyline is probably he's probably the X factor in this series.
Yeah, Skyline is the X factor. I don't know, man. This is gonna be crazy.
Certainly seeing what we can. And it looks like both teams say they got the ready queue, which means we are going to be good to go here, ladies and gentlemen. At least I believe in a second. It'll be the final match of the show match tonight. Again, united we stand. Where Overdose has certainly run the gauntlet. I think is probably just the easiest way to describe it. They've been pretty much unmatched, and we kind of maybe assumed that was going to be the case coming on into this one, into this final, or even just this event in general, especially with one of the teams dropping out. I feel like that actually would have given them some really, really good competition there. But even still, again, Overdose, I mean, they won the biggest tournament most recently in every single region. I mean, they're just doing it their own way. There's nothing really else to be said.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is gonna be crazy. I don't know how to feel about this right now.
What makes you say that?
I just don't. I like have no idea how to feel about this right now. This is an insane team comp.
It is. I gotta change the scoreboard though, ladies and gentlemen, once again, so please ignore me.
Nah, watch him. Watch very closely as he changes the scoreboard. Look directly at the scoreboard while he changes it. Whoa, Kawaza. Heat check right at the net. Definitely gets that one away. Kurdish has Kistiff up at the top, right the dot. Oh, long pass will go over. Grizzles chase this one down. Can't beat Andy for it. King pushing the other direction. We pass is going to be long. Shot's going to be off the back wall. That should... Oh, what?
Wow.
Kawaza got back to that?
He did. I think it just wasn't placed far enough to the far post region there from King. It just kind of sent it a little bit down the middle, and Kawaza was able to get back just in time. And so what a huge moment, at least to start off the opening minute here. I do appreciate the players, at least knowing that when I'm adjusting the scoreboard, not to score in those times. We haven't had a single blunder like that tonight. That's always very, very thoughtful of them. But obviously, in reality, it is what it is. All right, Curtis playing on back here now for Grizzles up front with Kistiff, his first game of the night. And it looks like he's been on all night. Taquito, isn't that always the case with this man? Not a single ounce of rust on the man as he scores the opening goal here for Overdose.
You know what? What was happening was Kistiff was like warming up the whole time, waiting for this very specific game.
That is possible. Although I don't know if I believe it, Taquito.
You have to. I'm spitting facts, dude.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, again, we kind of know how this one probably could go, especially with those that they have on the pitch right now. And that's the thing with Overdose in general. It's like we're hyping this up. I also think it's because we haven't just seen it yet, and having Kistiff and the level of player that we know him to be, obviously regarded as the best striker in NA, especially with the way that he plays this game again, is definitely unique, I would say, in comparison to a lot of the other strikers in the scene right now, at least on the NA side, is what I can confidently say. And obviously going with somebody like Curtis, who is very similar to him and likes to take the ball on the ground, tries to be very creative in the ISO ball. You can see him try to work up something there, but Ball does just sputter away from him, so Kin will have at least a 2-on-1 on the other end. It will be King, who's actually just going to try to take it himself. Andy and Nizen just going to say, you got it, King! And he goes right side! And he sends it on through. How about this incredible goal by none other than King?
Hey, you set it all up, man. I didn't have to say nothing there. I didn't have to tap in, didn't have to chime in. Like, that was all just incredible. King threw 2 to tie up the game. We've got 2 minutes and 15 seconds gone so far, and unfortunate that Kin could not start the game in the lead, but they still close it almost instantaneous.
Yeah, it's definitely, again, they're a team, again, every game it feels like they've been starting off relatively decent in that opening couple of minutes against Overdose. Just kind of like as the game progresses, is just where Overdose completely pour it on, and Kin just simply can't keep up with the offensive production that they have. So pretty crazy just the way that has kind of gone. So again, we do have that leveled up 1-1 scoreline here, just about 3 minutes gone by. Kistif trying to just brute force his way on into the box there with the ball, but does get taken away. And so now Kin on the other end trying to maybe take the lead here potentially, as it does go to the foot of King, trying to get around and haul it, and he does! Oh, I thought it went through there to Keto, but how about an acrobatic save from Kawaza?
Yeah, no, Kawaza definitely needed to activate in that moment. They did not need to give them more of an opportunity, though. Kurdish and Kistif, what a block, actually, from Nizen. Oh, couldn't maintain the possession. Kurdish tries. I was going to get the K names mixed up there. Tries to get the possession. He is able to succeed through Andy. There's another touch. Kistif trying to fight Nizen this time for possession. Gets through 2. Minwoo isn't able to get there. Oh, my Lord. It was an exchange of hands so quickly, but Skyline able to put the gloves on that one. Stab. Kistif pushing back wall play. Curtis shoots towards the net. Skyline, an amazing catch.
Yeah, Skyline making up for it after a bit of certainly a rush pass there from Skyline that led to that turnover. Almost could have costed him a goal, but he does make his gloves worthwhile in that instance off the back wall. Now it'll be Curtis cutting in, gets around Nizen pretty easily. Takes it from behind, though, is Nizen. Falls its way down here for Kistif with 2 on him. Has an option to his left. Again, just trying to take it himself there on the ground. Ball now, again, just somehow finding its way to the Overdose players as it's Curtis. Far post and denied by Nizen. Still, though, with Curtis blocked once again with a coalition of Andy and Nizen. Now Grizzle steps up into the mix. Plays it back into the box here for Curtis, who tries to sneak it once again far post. And that entire chaotic sequence finally ends once again in the strong mitts of Skyline.
Skyline really turning out to be a wall right now, Pell. Oh, what a step from Grizzles. That could have been a great pass over to King. It wasn't exactly a 6, but a little close enough. Curtis over to Kistif. Fire! And there's that classic hit shot over to the far left post.
Yeah, I think this is a big moment. I feel like we're going to start seeing this shot a lot more going down in NA Taquito, with just the way it's been so effective. I mean, it is truly remarkable. But also, again, still that shot, especially in this context, in the EU server right now against a keeper on an NA side, it is very difficult as a keeper to save that kind of shot when you're obviously anticipating it to be a full speed shot pretty much all the time. So great work there by Kistif as he scores his second goal of the game to put his team Overdose back up by 1 as we just go over the halfway mark here of our final match of the night.
It's over. Was picked up by King, but a couple of deflections from Kurdish and Grizzles. Find the ball the opposite way. Kistif is trying his best to pick the ball up. Is able to get the possession. Pass over. Back wall play. Kistif header in. And they go up by 2.
And a hat trick there for Kistif. I don't think we expected anything less from him when we saw his name in the lobby in this game. But Curtis has been kind of taking that back seat and been kind of setting it up rather as realistically right there in that moment. Curtis probably could have just taken that himself. But Kistif, in occupying the same space on that occasion, says, I'll be taking that off the back wall. Now Curtis having to make a save. And how about a little showmanship, as instead of using the gloves that he was given, he opts to use his head instead.
This could be something. King has the possession and wait. Did someone get a step through all that when King tried to kick? I cannot believe the ball just completely died in that moment.
Can't believe it either, as I'm not too sure what happened. Now Kistif, camera work, almost got Skyline up in the air. He was diving the right way, would have been too late, I think. So a huge block on the side of Naizen and Minwoo, but now they might have to do it again. Grizzle's right side on over for Curtis. Will set it up on a blade. Now takes it to the ground. Shot left side. Picked up again here by Skyline, and what a different night and day performance it has been. Skyline from his first game on the EU side and now his second one here against Overdose. Are they down by 2? Yes, but his offense isn't helping him out. He has been certainly pretty key into keeping the scoreline where it is right now.
No, absolutely. He's been huge on defense for Kin, and unfortunate that they can't keep up with his defensive capabilities currently on the opposite side of the pitch. Kistiff pushing over, goes for Kurdish. That one's going to be sent away by Andy. But Kistiff picks it up once again. Good stab by Andy. Again, the defense coming through over to Minwoo. Will he be able to push this one forward? A touch goes errant. Now Kurdish over to Kistiff. They can't find the connection, unfortunately, on that one. But possession still to be had. Left side, dancing around Andy, trying to, at the bare minimum, isn't able to figure it all the way out, and it will be turned over to Kin.
Turned on over, but a bad ball on the other end. They try to nuke it down onto the counter there for Naizen. King trying to fight for it. Does actually work out in his advantage. It is Naizen lobbing it up top. Trying to hit King on that left shoulder side. Minwoo, though, is there. Will play it back safely. Hits it for Andy. Andy switching it now to the open man in Naizen. A full workaround here in the circles. It is again in for King. But Grizzles, with some great defensive work, heads it on down in a safe spot in the box for Kawaza to scoop it up.
Oh, that wasn't the touch that Grizzles wanted at all. That's unfortunate to see, but still picked up by Kurdish. Right side pass, blocked away instantly. Andy not letting anything go through at the moment. Blade over. Oh, it's pickpocketed. Kistiff was not able to get past Skyline, though. Man, that was a good play from Overdose, but even better defense by Skyline.
Certainly was. Closing that gap, always a huge advantage here as King, blade shot right down the middle, tried to be a soft lobber himself on another attempt. That time, though, it's Kawazu who actually makes what might be the first save on a soft lob shot so far tonight. So good way to be patient, really, in this instance if you are Kawaza. And again, we're in that final 2-minute phase. Overdose, they actually have the lead as well, which again, they really could have afforded to lose overall with their dominant performance in the previous game. But it looks like they want to go out with a bang, and they have just done exactly that. Curtis, backboard, tapped on through as he scores his first goal here of this final game.
And is this the moment where we unfortunately just kind of say what it is? Yet you have a minute 30. Kin have to score right now. They have to score every solid possession they have. King on the left wing needs some help. That's a great back kick towards Andy. Andy has Naizen and Minwoo. Shot off the back wall. And unfortunately, defenders get in the way. And that precious time burned off. Naizen picks it up from King. Pass over to the corner. Minwoo needs to find somebody central. Good block from Hullet. Will be pushed up, and if it gets even further away, no, we have 3 slide tackles all colliding, but Hullet still with the possession. It finally turns over to Minwoo, but now less than a minute. I think there went all the time that Ken had available to them.
I think even in that time, I think they knew, and we probably knew, they had no chance of even getting it. I don't even think a number of possessions was going to be able to help them out in this instance. As look at the fun that Kistiff and Curtis are having on the other end. You take it. You take it. And eventually they take too much time, and Naizen will step up to chalk it away. Now sent on in. Skyline hits it for King. Left alone, left side, looking now for the captain. Minwoo, oh never mind. Just lets it rip himself. Almost got Kawaza off guard, but it does go off the crossbar and into the hands of said Kawaza keeper. And the final countdown of this one. Will we see some shenanigans? Probably so here, Nagito.
Hold on. Grizzles in the net. Looking for a big save. Grizzles is not moving. Grizzles will finish out the game as the keeper. Hullet in the way. Andy fires off the back wall. King shoots. It doesn't matter. Grizzles gets a big save here in the final game of the evening.
He's got it. I told you he's an all-around player, folks, as Overdose, the official champions of Showmatch number 12, United We Stand.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a series, man.
That's insane. I mean, again, they went 6 for 6, folks. 6 wins in 6 games. I don't really know what else there is to say.
It's just the dominance, brother. That's just what it is. You have to call it what it is.
Absolutely remarkable work here on the side of Overdose. I don't know if we're going to be having maybe a quick interview potentially or not. to wrap up the stream. But in any case, a lot of fun here today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute since I've been able to do some EU ball. I know Taquito could probably say the same. And I've
it's been a
actually
long time.
this was a show match actually that was in the works for a long time. This was actually something that was brought to me about like a month ago, and it kept kind of getting pushed back, just because obviously they wanted to get the right teams in mind, because it is difficult to maintain a roster, folks. I think you guys all know that. But certainly a great moment on the side of Overdose, and it looks like we do have Grau and Grizzles, Taquito, two of your favorite players, two of a lot of people's favorite players, maybe loading up into the lobby here. So I'll cut the music and we'll see if they can find their way on into our VC here in a moment, and we can just chat it up with them really quickly before we send it home.
We absolutely could. Aziz, if you're listening, you want to go ahead and drag these guys up in here for us? Maybe.
Just maybe.
You know. Where's Aziz at? Oh, he just said GG's and that's it. He's disappeared. Drag up the guys. Hang on.
You're good. He did also just announce or no, not him, but Tarn just announced a EU roster move. That's pretty exciting.
Well, gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing good. How are you?
You know? Oh, Kurdish. We're gonna get Kurdish in here too. Hey! Oh no, Zosi. Zosi's popping in.
Wow.
Hello.
All right, guys. How we feeling?
Feel good. I don't know, just winning all the games. Winning all the games just feel nice, you know.
Yeah, I could imagine that. Zosi, how are you feeling, man?
It's good.
Yeah. Do you like playing on?
Enjoy playing NA.
I was gonna say, yeah. Do you like playing on NA servers?
Yeah.
That's so funny to me, man. This is more a question this time for Grau, because I mean, Grau, you obviously get to watch the different sides of everybody playing and stuff. Have you actually played any games with Kurdish, or have you only really played with Zosi?
He might be muted.
Oh, great. Grau's not even here. That's crazy. He's gone. Wow. All right, guys. What a wonderful answer from Grau. Completely amazing. His silence speaks volumes.
My captain, by the way.
Yeah, the goat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Grau. I don't know if you guys could really hear that, but like, there's. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, he dropped out. But no, the big thing I wanted to know is, because obviously, Zosi, are you technically a striker or are you a cam?
No, I'm a striker. Kurdish is
Okay,
the
so
second.
that's what I thought. So that's why I wondered why if he's playing with Kurdish, is Kurdish more of a cam?
Yes. Like,
Okay.
He just plays like that.
Yeah. Okay.
The way
Okay.
he
That's
plays,
that.
I guess.
That would make sense why Grau and
My
Kurdish
fault.
will never play together.
My power went out. It just came back.
What's up, buddy?
What up?
All right. So I asked you a question, and your silence spoke absolutely beautiful wisdom. So,
Okay.
I was asking, have you actually played with Kurdish before, or have you only played with Zosi?
No, I've only played with Zosi. That was my first time playing with Kurdish.
Is it a bit different?
I mean, yeah, we're both second strikers, so I mean, it was different in that sense. But I mean, they're both very good at what they do, so it wasn't really hard to kind of adapt to how he plays and be able to score goals with him.
Yeah. Do you find, because I already asked Grizzles this, do you find playing with EU a bit different than playing with NA? Is there like a very noticeable difference in the playstyle?
No, not really. I think we kind of just simplify it down. We kind of just play NA ball, really. We don't really run a lot of complex stuff. We just kind of send cuts. So it's kind of simple, but it works.
It works. I like that. Grizzles had a real honest answer, kind of a breakdown of everything goes. Grau is like, game is game. We play, you know?
Pretty much.
Zosi, what's your favorite part of playing in North America, man? What's been the whole pull here for like the MRL stuff? What's going on?
I mean, I guess the favorite part is that I usually win. And MRL, I don't know. MRL, I think, is the best concept we have so far in Rematch.
Yes,
Oh!
I agree.
It's
You
really
guys
well
really like
done.
the draft league?
Yeah, we don't have anything.
If I may, like it's really well done in the sense of like players who aren't necessarily in the scene or like known in the scene are able to play in a competitive setting.
Mhm.
So like even the development, the academy leagues, like because there's 4 tiers for people who don't know.
Yeah.
It's really well done, and I honestly I've had a lot of fun just like playing in the league and like meeting new people because there's a lot of players who, for example, Verk. Nobody knew who Verk was, but then he
Yep,
played
yep.
MRL with Juice, and now he's on SPK on a top 5 roster. So it just
Yeah.
kind of, so it gives the chance for players who don't have a team and stuff to play with some of these better players or with players from their skill level and prove that they're decent enough players and then move up to the next level the next season.
I like that. I like that. So essentially, like in Rocket League terms, MRLs could be the bubble, essentially.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah,
like
it
that.
is.
I like that a lot. What's been? I mean, obviously this whole show match today, playing against Beneath Reality, playing against Ken. Was it fun to play against their EU players for you two, Grau and Grizzles?
Yeah, for sure. I think this is like the coolest show match concept we've had so far. I think we should do more of these.
Yeah.
100%. I wish more teams were involved because I know there are a few other orgs that have
Mhm.
both an NA and an EU team.
Mhm.
But it is nice. I feel like as well. I think the only thing that held some of these teams back is on the EU side. We've only played against NA keepers.
Yep.
So if we would have, I would have loved to see how NA strikers on EU servers versus EU keepers would have looked like.
Mhm.
But no, overall, I really enjoyed this one. Like it was actually fun. I got to meet, since it's only my first day on Overdose, I got to meet all the
Mhm.
EU guys.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. I know I still had my relationship with Zosi and Hullet, but meeting Kurdish, meeting Rayquaza. Rayquaza is such a good keeper. Really
Dude,
well.
Kawaz is insane, bro.
Oh my God, he's super good.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, Ryu was really. Well, I didn't get to play with Ryu much because of. I think I only played with him once when I played Cam, but
Mhm.
those guys are really chill, and I just by the skill alone, I can't. Well, it just makes it simple why they win all of EU usually.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the Overdose EU squad? Are you guys all Portuguese?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Strive.
guys.
Strive. Okay, I was remember one of the EU teams was all from one region. That's what I
Yeah.
was saying.
Strive
Okay.
been together since a long time.
Okay. I didn't know if it was you guys or Strive. That's on me. That's my
No, it's
non-ball
okay. It's
knowledge.
okay. I like the Strive guys. Very pleasant people. Very
Okay.
nice people.
Cool. I think what was the most fun part of just like doing this? Do you guys think that like Aziz should set some more stuff up like this moving forward and try to get like more people involved?
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I
it's,
think
I just think it's a cool concept, and I think it's very cool to just showcase like all the orgs playing together on different regions, and I think it went really smooth. I know we only had 3 orgs, but like once some of the other orgs can get their rosters figured out, I think 6 or even 8 org show match would be very cool.
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
just
think
do
it'd be
like
really
best of
fun.
ones. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
like I think that'd be really cool. I think the most fun for me is like it's getting a refresher on the EU players and how good some of them actually like really are. Even if it's bad server ping. I mean, obviously Zosi doesn't care. He's playing in North America, so. But I mean, I think it's a refresher because obviously I don't get to see NA as much or EU as much as Pelmav does. So I think that's been my favorite part of this is getting to watch all the EU guys play again.
That's honestly so true. Like I think for me the funnest part was just calming in French with Kurdish, which is the funnest
Yeah.
part because I don't get to speak French that often, especially like with North American because I think currently I don't know many Canadian players in the rematch scene and I think I'm like one of the only ones that's really well known.
Are you Quebecois?
So yes sir.
Exactly.
So
That's yeah. That's no wonder you can speak French.
Oh, I
there
was
you go. There you
yeah.
go.
I was gonna say though, like I know you guys were loving the French comms, but like, was there ever a moment because again, French Canadian is much different than French in a lot of things. So I was wondering, was there any like any moments where it was like, what the hell did this guy just say?
No, not with Kurdish. He has a lot of Canadian friends, so he
Okay.
doesn't like French Canadians that he speaks to, so it doesn't bother him. I know for some other French guys, it's a little bit harder to like they don't like our accent, they don't like the way we speak.
Yeah.
But but on Kurtish's side, he was completely chill. We were just having fun with it.
I like that a lot. That is awesome, man. But
Yeah,
see, that's like a big thing like that, especially for everybody watching too. I think this should be set up as frequently as possible because it's just a way to bring the community together at the end of the day. Now, what we really need, just for the real fun, we got to get the South American guys to play the European guys. Imagine the trash talk. Imagine the trash talk.
Nah, bro. South Americans have some demon players.
They do,
bro.
They do.
They have some demon players down there. We got to figure it. I'm telling you, Nyzen said it best. We got to get land, dude. We got to get land going.
We do.
And you get a passport, then Jesus.
No. Hang on. Who do you think, if we actually put them on land right now? Because again, I've seen South American players. They are some demons. Who do you guys think could actually like go all the way on a land? Give me a team. Like obviously Overdose, because y'all have a team in every single region, right?
Yeah, they won in every region.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, getting all of you guys all together on a land. Do you think all three of y'all would be top 3?
I think so. I mean, we'd all be, at the very least, all 4 of us would probably be top 6.
You have a 4th team?
Oh, CIS, yeah.
Yes.
Y'all have a Russian team? What the heck? Dude?
Not only do they have one, Taquito, but they're definitely one of the top teams in Europe.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, bro. Overdose just took over Rematch, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I've only been here for under 24 hours, and being able to play with an organization of this caliber is just insane. Like I've been with Force Fed with 100x for the longest time. I think all that together was like 6 months, and just getting under 24 hours, I'm already with a top team of this caliber, and we're still doing really good. It's like it's super like fun, and it's super impressive to see the different communities just kind of come back together.
We got somebody in the chat that says SPK South America would go pretty far.
SPK South America is very good.
Really
good. They're a really good Brazilian team. They've been like when they just got picked up by SPK, they were actually really, really good.
Nice. See, I like that. I like the fact that you guys know. That's the best part. You guys definitely are aware of the other teams. That's so awesome.
I did have one more question because Grizzles was mentioning, and obviously he's only been here for 24 hours within this one. So I wanted to ask Grau, because I know it was a talking point, obviously you guys. So obviously Nova left, right? So you had about, I don't know, maybe a week, give or take, on trying to find the right guy to fit in that role. And so after, contemplating all the people maybe that you were looking at, what ultimately led you to land on Grizzles kind of playing in, I mean, at the end of the day, again, he's a guy that we've seen play from every position, from when it's striker if needed to GK. But at the end of the day, he obviously is playing in a bit of a different role from going from cam to CDM. So what made you land on a guy like Grizzles?
Yeah, and I think like you said, him being an all-rounder is kind of helped his case. I think he can do everything, and that's kind of what we want him to, what we need him to do on this team. At the end of the day, like we're asking him to play man mark defense and to make passes, and he is very good at doing both of those. So I mean, he really is a perfect fit. I think he's really just JJ and Nova combined.
That's a crazy statement, Grizzles. That's high praise.
It is very much high praise. No, like I will say, like I've never, besides 100x and Force Fed, like I don't think I've ever been on a roster that was claimed to be top 3. So the fact that I get the chance to I got the chance to, play with this roster, and these guys have been together for a long time. Fear, Kistiff, Grau, they've been together for a long time, and then Turtle joined in. I want to say at the beginning of the new year, and they've been like together for a while. So getting the chance to, the fact that I meshed in so easily was just insane. So I was happy that they decided to pick me overall because, I was really hoping.
I feel you. That's awesome, man. It's a big, like, and in the same sense, obviously, like Zosi knows. I know Zosi pays attention to North America. Like Nova's that guy. He's won like a lot of important seasons of MRC. He's a very consistent player. So being able to hear you say that you slot in so well and so easily to a program like that, wonderful news, man. Truly.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, especially with Growl getting your back too. Kist, if you're in the chat, he says that you guys just won your first tournament yesterday.
Yeah, first tournament that I've ever played with them, we win, and we 5-0 or 4-0'd Valair, which they have been on a very big ringer recently.
Uh-huh. I've been seeing results too. You're right.
So that's I think that's what mainly solidified it from, if I had to guess, we're able to compete with that roster and not back down in any capacity.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I mean, this was it. This little show match was over and done with. You guys pretty much dominated. You know what I mean? Without, I don't think I can sugarcoat that statement in any capacity. But what do you think that? Because I don't know, was everybody here for the tier list? Zosi, were you there for the tier list thing that we did?
Please stop.
Oh yeah, I watched for a bit.
No,
Okay.
no.
No. Listen, no. I'm asking.
But I don't know. I actually didn't see the finalized.
Oh,
Was
thank
it?
you.
I don't know. I think something was playing. Like maybe there was tournament or something.
Yeah, I think you guys had a
tier list?
tournament.
Yeah,
But
that's probably why.
But I think moving from that tier list stream that we did to now, in the other teams that you see, are there players that definitely should be moved up? Do you think there are players that are slept on? Because I heard Twizzle. I heard apparently we
For
slept on
me,
Twizzle.
Twizzle, nah. Twizzle owns everybody on NA.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. We
Really
slept on
good,
Twizzle.
really good.
So
There's a lot of players I could even name right now that I feel like could be bumped up a few tiers if they could.
I like that. We don't have to say that live, but I like that idea. So that means people are getting better, and that's exactly what I'm excited to see.
Like,
which is why we need more of these show matches. We need Aziz to do this more.
Like for me, I didn't, I don't know much of the unknown players on NA. But when it came to MRL, Twizzle, I ended up with Twizzle in the team. And I don't know, he has been insane since game 1 that we played.
I love that. That's what I'm saying. So Aziz, if you're here and you're listening, we need more. We got to figure out more. Let's get like I know you're an EU guy, but this needs to become the home for the show matches. So hopefully Aziz is taking notes, listening to you guys talk about this. We may have to make Rematch HQ home of the show match.
It kind of is.
Hey, well, we need more players. We need all the regions. We need CIS. We need SA.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I'm seeing Japanese. Like, we need Japanese show matches. Like, come on. Next show match. Okay, Turtle says next show match, we need managers playing on a team.
Oh, man.
Walmy will cook everybody, bro.
Yeah.
I saw that in the chat. Someone said Walmy owns, so. I mean, hey, wait, you guys think Kai? You guys think Kai could cook some people?
Kai could, I think.
Y'all even know what position he plays?
No.
No. Amazing. But hey, guys, again, congratulations. We had a fun little yap sesh here. I think that's going to be the end of the broadcast, but I'm glad that we got to talk to all the teams too. We got to hear from different people. It was fun talking to Nizen, guys. I don't know if you guys listen to Nizen talk on the stream. He is hilarious, bro. Nizen is awesome.
And also insane player.
Yeah, he's so good. So Nizen was so fun to talk to. The only thing that he could talk about is how bad the ping was in North America. That is the only thing he wanted to talk about. So, but I hope you guys have a good night. Congratulations on a pretty dominant win this evening. Thank you guys for hanging out and chatting as well.
You two guys.
Yeah,
thank you for hosting.
Question, Pelmav, are you doing your RMF
Yeah,
for tonight?
I'm going live in 50 minutes.
Sounds good. Well, we're gonna be there. I'm doing my last run with Force Fed, so this is gonna be my last little thing.
You might even end up squaring up against your boy Grau here potentially.
If we win our first series, yeah. Tell Turtle be ready. I'm playing striker.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
snap.
Turtle. Uh-oh. You hear that, Turtle?
I don't know if Turtle's gonna be ready, bro. I gotta tell TPG to be ready.
Oh, gosh.
The GOAT TPG.
Not the TPG mention. Oh,
The
no.
guy's good though. That's the worst part. He's such a good player.
Oh, he's so good.
TPG is good. Yeah. So, but yeah, you guys go
All
get
good.
ready for the match, man. We're going to close out the stream, all right?
Alrighty.
Thank you
All right,
guys.
Later,
peace
y'all.
out,
See you
guys.
guys.
Peace out.
Oh, man. Those guys are funny. That's a nice little conversation. We got to turn it into a little podcast here at the end. I like it.
I know. It was very, very fun, and what Grills did say, I'm not gonna plug it or anything, like that, but it is fun how like with the thing that's happening at RMF tonight that I'm gonna be doing in a moment. He is like, it's like this final, it's like his last dance with Force Fed tonight.
Yeah.
And so that'll be really, really interesting to see.
Again, like I said, dude, I really think this is the coolest concept that I've seen in Rematch so far. Obviously, outside of what MRC has done and all the stuff they tried to create on the North American side that has slowly leaked out everywhere else.
Yep.
But I, like being here with Aziz for this has been really awesome. And so like we definitely need to do this more often. Like we need to combine if orgs have multiple teams everywhere, just get a big conglomerate of players all together and just have everybody just play a big show match together.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, there are, like they mentioned, there are a couple of other orgs that kind of, they do have an NA and an EU roster, but again, like getting them, like it's the game at the end of the day. Again, there's so much player movement that it's hard.
Yep.
Like we obviously were going to have a fourth team, but then they obviously kind of ended up losing their NA roster within the span of a couple of days of this happening. So we would have obviously, the whole format would have been different. But I think there's other teams as well that we didn't even really get to mention here tonight that, again, like SPK is a team, but SPK doesn't have an EU team, right? So it would be only NA, and then it would be their South American team. But even just stuff like that is, again, falls into the category that you're talking about. So really, really a lot of fun here tonight. I know you certainly had a lot of fun. I'm
absolutely,
glad
dude.
that we were able to do this, of course, over here on the HQ channel. But that's pretty much all we got, ladies and gentlemen. Overdose just dominating in this one as they went 6 wins in 6 matches, sweeping Kin in both the regular and the final, and then also against Beneath Reality to send us home. Is there anything else you want to say here, Takeda, before we hop on off?
No, man, that was, like I said, I wish we could have seen a couple more orgs join this, but again, Aziz, shout out, bro. Just at the end of the day, I don't think I can say it enough. Shout out, dude. Thank you for putting this on. This is a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Shout out to the GOAT Aziz, Azizio Romano. Keep doing what you're doing, boss, and I'll be in touch with you, of course, later. But everyone else, have a fantastic night. We'll be seeing you over here on the HQ channel for the next show match. Peace out, everyone.